don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Good morning, everyone. I had an intro ready, but he freaked me out. I know you all heard him, but what you can't see is what I can see, which is Poseidon wearing a very revealing heavy knit.
It's not revealing.
I see every curve, every slope of his body, and it's
I
white.
wore it just for you, Phil.
Good morning. My name is Phil Balabanos. Welcome to The Morning Show, the only morning show that happens twice a week on this channel. Actually, that's not true. Is it? Do we have another morning show? We don't. We have the Terry and Ted podcast on Wednesdays. It's kind of a morning show, but it doesn't happen twice a week, that's for sure. It also doesn't have Jiggity George Chandrizo straight from Brosa Art. George is the host of many a podcast. One of them is the Backstage podcast where he talks to people in the public eye, but doesn't do it anymore because he's fucking disenfranchised. Even though it's election season, this should have been a Super Bowl, he's just been fucking sitting in his basement doing Just Us Dads. That sounded dirtier than I intended it, right?
It did sound a bit dirty.
He's just doing Us Dads. Just Us Dads is a podcast where he gets together with his childhood friends who are now also fathers, and they talk about the ins, the outs, and the challenges of raising children in the 21st century. Like, do I let my son be a lady in the metaverse, or should I hit him? If I do hit him, how do I hit him without it showing? There's some good information in there, guys. Useful tips and tricks from seasoned veteran fathers.
Just wax the stairs.
Wax the stairs. Is that like a euphemism for masturbating your son?
No. Like
Fucked up
wax the
thing to say,
stairs.
dude.
No. Wax your stairs. So like that, when he goes to walk down the stairs, slips, falls. You didn't give him a beating. He gave himself a beating.
What if he dies? Jesus Christ, Poseidon.
If he dies, he dies.
Okay, Drago. If he dies, he dies. Poseidon, over on the console here, producing the morning show, the Poseidon69 on every social media channel. My name is Phil Balabanos. You can see more about me, find out things about what I do at balabanos.com. I can make you some widgeos. And that's about all I have to say about that. Patreon.com/Pantelis for more early access to this type of nonsense. And let's fade her out and just get into the news, because I know George is fucking excited today. I wore my, in honor of the municipal elections, I wore my.
Are they
fucking,
today?
I don't know, because I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote, but I wore it for George.
Poseidon. Elections are always held on Fridays.
Yeah. When are they held? On a Sunday,
it
right?
would make sense to be held on a Friday.
No,
How
actually,
so?
it makes a lot of sense for them to be held on Sunday. That's
Never
why
on a Sunday, George.
No, on a Friday, because whoever wins, the winner goes in parties, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that
what.
would
Yeah,
be so
I mean,
bad.
he
That
makes a
would be nice.
point.
Yeah.
He makes a point.
That's the point. Yeah, you get the weekend in front of you.
I didn't say he made a
municipals
good
on
point,
Sunday.
George. I said he made a point.
I never understood why provincial elections were always held on Mondays. People never care on Mondays. They're back at work. I mean, municipal has it right. It's Sunday. It's perfect. It's the perfect day to hold elections.
I don't know about
That's
that.
because provincial, they're hoping you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And I think provincial is like, well, people deserve the day off because we're going to be in power again, so let's give them a Monday.
But I think, like, I've read stories and where elections provincially were also held on Sunday. That whole thing where, when the church used to be involved in politics, where people would go to church in the morning and you had the priests coming out and saying, the
Lord doth command you to vote.
The sky is blue, and hell is red, So there's all sorts of stories like this from back
Was
in the
that
50s.
was that the party line back in the 50s? That the sky is blue and hell is red?
I don't know. We're red, so it was bad for us.
Oh, interesting. I didn't think of that. I didn't realize what you meant. Okay.
Yeah,
Fucking church. I always get involved in shit.
getting involved. Yeah, and
They
then,
do
I
a
don't
few
know,
things
was
really
that-
well, George. Like there's like they're good at meddling in affairs they shouldn't, touching parts they shouldn't of children, and also like towing the party line, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
but I don't know if I'm curious to see if that was maybe a reason why they removed it on Friday, on Sunday. I mean, I hope it's not, but who knows? Anyways, in any
Anyways,
case,
get to
yeah,
the fucking point, George.
yeah. In any case, it makes more sense to hold elections on a Sunday. So yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. It's elections, municipal elections. If you haven't done so, obviously go vote. Speaking of municipal elections, I just want to come back to something that we were referring to on Wednesday about Denis Coderre and that whole controversy about him not making his finances public. Should politicians do it? Should they not? Is it of public interest, etc.? So we spoke about that on Wednesday, and it's just funny how news works and the pressure that comes from things leaking into the news, or the pressure that the journalists bring onto the whole political universe. So all this pressure since Tuesday, I think, that when they started reporting the fact that Denis Coderre didn't want to publicize his finances. We spoke about it Wednesday, like we said, and then yesterday he crumbled under the pressure and said, "Fuck it, here, take my finances." So he made everything public: what he made, what he didn't make, where he worked, who he didn't work for, etc. So now we know exactly how much money he made in the last year, who he worked for, who he consulted for, etc. So everything was made public, except for one company that he said the contract has this
NDA.
An NDA, yeah, and then the company itself came out and said, "Well, look, we're lifting the NDA, and we know that it's Transcontinental, the news, the print and media giant here in Quebec." So this is all now made public, and now the thing, and this is very like the timing of this. Sometimes I question: is it coincidental? Is it done on purpose? Like that, the
In what
last
sense?
week
What do you
before
mean?
the elections, this thing comes out. Let's try and rock the boat a little bit. So we're looking at the list of companies that he either worked for or consulted for, and it's all companies that have dealings with government or they're registered in the Registre du Lobbying du Québec. So they actively do lobbying, whether it's provincially or municipally. So these are some of the companies that he either worked for or consulted for. Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, Stingray, which has all the music channels and all that stuff. He's on the Jewish General Hospital Foundation, which is a good thing actually. Eurostar, Cogir, which owns a huge part of the Montreal landscape, whether it's in condos or commercial properties, and among others, TC Transcontinental. Now, the thing that has come up specifically, everyone is focusing on Cogir and Transcontinental. Cogir, why? Because there was a bunch of scandals that came out with respect to the rénoviction, basically them kicking out tenants under the premise that they need to renovate, and obviously once the apartments are renovated, the new tenants that come in would pay higher, in increased rents. So all that is going on with Cogir, and the fact that Denis Coderre is there campaigning that he wants to create more social housing units. Everyone kind of made a link with that, thinking that that he has absolutely no credibility. But the biggest one is Transcontinental, because Transcontinental has been trying to lobby the city of Montreal to with its environmental policy. Now, keep in mind, Transcontinental is the one that distributes those little Publi sacks that everyone gets in the mail. And there's been a huge controversy because everyone just grabs the bag and tosses it either in the recycling bin or in the garbage. But let's just take the cases where it's dumped into the recycling bin. When it goes wherever it goes, people need to separate the paper from the plastic, right? And that's kind of the policy that Montreal has been working on for a couple of months now, maybe years. And Transcontinental has been lobbying the city of Montreal to exclude them from that kind of policy, right? So they're lobbying hard for the city of Montreal not to have that policy in place where they have to separate plastic from paper and all that sort of thing. So a lot of people are
Hold on,
betting
George.
that-
What do they want them to do instead? They want someone else to do it, or just
I don't know exactly what the
why is
what the-
privilege stack still a fucking thing?
Yeah, I mean, they're making a lot of money with that. I mean, they're in terms of ads and all that stuff. I mean, I rarely read the Publisac. I don't know if anyone actually takes it. And
I mean, when I lived at home as a child, I would always look at like toys and stuff.
yeah,
And I mean, at the condo, I mean, I was there for 8 years. There was never any Publisacs left over. Like, 'cause the old people in the building would like fucking, I need 6 of these for some reason. They would just grab them.
yeah,
But now that we picked one up. My wife brought one upstairs yesterday. I'm like, what is that? She was like, Publisac. I'm like, why do we need that? We have phones. Like, it's just sitting in my kitchen right now. It's like, no one's going to touch it. It's going to be there for a week and then we're going to throw it out.
yeah. I mean,
It's like radio ads. That's what it is. It's wasted money.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and I mean, the amount of paper that is wasted, let alone the plastic bags, right? I mean,
I'm not even going to go that deep. Like, you're not wrong. Obviously, you're 100% correct. But like you said, there's a lot of advertising. People are making money. The only people making money off of ads on Publisac is Publisac. If you're running ads in Publisac, you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like when clients approach me, they're like, we want to do a TV ad. I'm like, okay, that means you have a real budget. So let's take that money and take it fucking, instead of making it do 5 times the work, let's make it do 2,000 times the work and put it on the web and fucking
Right.
pay for it to go places. Put it on TV so who can see it? So someone can fucking PVR something and skip it.
Yeah,
Like, it's
exactly.
stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're taking advantage of I don't know, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm assuming that it's all volumes in terms of number, right? I mean, you're distributed in X thousands of homes across the city or the province or wherever they distribute it. I mean, I don't know if that that is taken into account in their numbers. I'm not sure how they balloon the figures as well. But
Probably.
yeah, I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. And let's be honest here. I mean, everything is going mobile if it hasn't already. Everything is online. Everyone is just looking at their phones. So at some point, this is going to become obsolete, right? And the other thing that Transcontinental has been trying to negotiate for years, I think since actually 2019, because the city of Montreal doesn't want Transcontinental to be distributing these bags everywhere. I mean, what exists now, I think there's a sticker that you either put on your door or somewhere where it says, no, whatever. There's a message where
Yeah, no solicitation.
no solicitation, exactly.
What's that word in French?
Pas
What
de
is it?
sollicitation.
No.
No, there's something else.
Colportage,
yeah.
or I forget what it's called. Someone in the chat will tell us. It's fine.
Yeah. God damn it. I have the word. Hold on. No, I forget.
Colpater. Colpo something, right?
Yeah.
I just can't pronounce ours in French. I don't want to say it.
Whatever. Anyway, so but the city of Montreal now has been working since 2019 on this kind of policy where instead of people putting up stickers or whatever, there's going to be an actual list somewhere, and people there's going to be like an opt-in option if you want to receive it. And Transcontinental is like, oh no, we can't have that. You know what I mean? We prefer sending it. Obviously, it makes sense for them. They just want to pass the bags everywhere, right?
Yeah.
They work with volumes. So if the city of Montreal obliges them to respect some sort of list where people go and they opt in or whatever. So that's what they were trying to lobby. So everyone is trying to kind of assume that that's what Denis Coderre's role has been. In any case, making a long story short, there is a clear issue here with
Conflict of interest.
conflict of interest if Denis Coderre wins, because I mean, this guy has had so many contacts even before when he was in federal politics and then when he was mayor of Montreal. I mean, just imagine the companies that this guy has had to deal with, where from one day to the next you become a private citizen, everybody wants access to you, and it makes sense. I mean, it's Denis Coderre. He's been involved in public in public office for so many years. He has all these contacts. He knows exactly which door to go knock on. Any private
Is that a bad thing though?
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Every company probably reached out to him the minute that he lost that election, became a private citizen. And guys, let's be honest here. Denis Coderre took full advantage of it. The guy made over $450,000 in salary last year. Good for him. You know what I mean?
I have a question.
You're a private citizen.
So everyone had to open up their books, right? Basically.
You don't have to. That's what we
No,
should,
but they did, right? But what is
I
Valerie
don't
showing?
I don't think Balarama did it though.
And Valerie's been a fucking city employee for the last how many years? So what? Only Coder had to show stuff, basically.
Well, she had to show her finances, which exactly is just a salary.
She's on a salary. I mean, and if she's
Exactly.
smart, she's making money on the side under a shell company. Fine. We're not going to see that anyways.
I don't know if that's happening, but yeah, you're right. The risk is much more reduced for her because she's getting a salary.
It's just
and
Denis
they
Coderre
know
that had. So basically, it wasn't everyone should be transparent. It's like we want to know what Denis been up to.
Exactly. You know, so
Are his book sales in there? Fuck.
Sorry,
Were his book sales in there too?
I don't.
It's fucking crazy.
I have no idea, but
Fucking
in any
nuts.
case, I mean, mostly, I mean, they know what's going on. I mean, the people behind the scenes working at the Valerie Plon office, they know
The
'cause
Plan Camp.
They've had to deal with these companies, and these companies obviously they probably used Coderre in between to open the door. So a lot of these people behind the scenes, they know that Coderre has been involved with all these companies that have been lobbying with the city. So that's what I'm saying. It's very questionable the timing, right? I mean, I think I don't think it's coincidental. They've known this. They squeezed it, and you know the guy fell under the pressure and kind of had to open up his books. And then in addition to that, he was saying, look, I can't tell you which companies I worked with because there's NDAs. And then the companies actually came out and said, no, there haven't been NDAs. Here we are. He's been working with us. So he's kind of, it was a little bit embarrassing for him. Anyway, I mean, the question now is, if you become mayor, we know now who you were working with or for. We know that these are still active files. What the hell is going to happen here? So he came out and basically said that, well, look, if ever I am elected mayor, I'm going to have to recuse myself and kind of step away when these decisions are made. But in reality, you're the fucking mayor of Montreal. How can you step aside any negotiation or any discussion having to do with major files that are stemming from huge policies that you will be involved in, right? I mean, it's an issue. I mean, anyone that follows these things, it's a little cringy. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's a very fine line, right?
I don't know that it is a fine line. It's super cringy, that's for sure. But it doesn't seem like a fine line. It seems like it's right in there in that cringe category. To me,
no, it
anyways.
is. I mean, look. Let's take for example this transcontinental thing. Okay, the Montreal has been working on this policy since 2019. It's still not finalized. Let's say Denis Coderre wins. He worked for this company. He lobbied for them in order for them lobbying the city not to go forward with this opt-in kind of policy, right? So let's say he wins and he becomes a mayor, and then suddenly he scratches that off. He goes, yeah, take that out. I mean, everybody's going to know that that's the reason why. I mean, you were working with him. Is there a link? Do you really believe in it? I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know, that whole, and the environmental thing as well about separating plastic and paper. I mean, now everybody knows what your role was in this company. So everyone is going to be looking for, if he wins, which again, I don't know, because the latest polls that came out yesterday, she's ahead now, Valerie Plante. So
I mean, she switched her bike to third gear. She's like, bam, let's go.
Yeah, she's ahead like by 5 points, which in my opinion, I mean, you're still within the margin of error, right? So
Sure.
I don't know
I don't know who's gonna win. I think I might just vote for Denis. I'm tired of Val. I want to see something. I know he's not new. I'm not gonna waste my vote on Balarama. Like, he's not gonna win, so there's no point.
I was having this discussion with a friend yesterday. We were talking on the phone, and I'm like, dude, you know how bad this is when you're in a situation where you do not want any of the candidates. This is
That's every election for me ever. Provincial, municipal, federal. That's how I always feel.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, for me, it's the first time. It's the first time. I mean, I don't like Valerie Plante. I don't ever recall a moment where I said, yeah, Denis Coderre, he's a good guy. Never. I mean,
yeah.
From before, when he was in federal politics, I had issues with this guy. And this is not on a personal level, because I've met the guy. He's a very cool dude. But it's like, fucking Denis Coderre,
And
man.
Balarama's your arch enemy. You hate him.
No, no, it's not.
Well, it's been well established on this show. I'm actually putting out a public call right now to Balarama Holness to do the backstage podcast between now and the elections. I think it will completely turn the tide of the election. If you can get yourself to Brossard, to George's basement, you're in for a good time.
He dropped in the last poll. He dropped. So
because he didn't show up.
That the Coderre campaign, which has been trying desperately to pass the message that a vote for Balarama is a vote for Valerie Plante, seems to be working. We'll see how it plays out on Sunday. We'll see. But for sure, Balarama's not doing anything. He's not going anywhere. The question is it going to be Valerie Plante? Is it going to be Denis Coderre? But
I have no idea, honestly.
Despite who's going to win, one thing seems for sure that there's going to be one crazy coalition happening over there. I mean, I don't think it's going to be in any way, shape, or form a majority for any administration. So I don't know. Anyways, but all that to say that, yeah, Denis Coderre opened the books. There's a lot of question marks. And I think Valerie Plante played it very smart. I mean, she came out and said yesterday, listen, this guy can't be trusted. He's been working with all these things. I mean, his campaign is slipping away. He said he wasn't going to show his finances. Finally, he caved in under the pressure. And then he said there were NDAs. Meanwhile, there aren't any. We can't trust him. He cannot be trusted. Anyway, I mean, it's just theatrics at this point now. And
Val. I can't even believe that she's running again, honestly. There's a part of me that's like, what is she doing?
She's the incumbent mayor. She has to run. She has no choice. The point is, I can't fucking, I just.
So we can basically continue with what we've been doing, or go back to the way it was when in the period where we were so desperate because it was going so bad that we voted this numbskull in. Like, that's where we're at.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, that's the big dilemma now.
Yeah,
right?
she won because people were so angry with Denis Coderre.
And this is the frustrating thing about politics, because Denis Coderre comes out and says, Valerie Plante hasn't done fuck all, blah, blah, blah. You know, we got to change. But Valerie Plante has only been trying to correct what she thinks were Denis Coderre's mistakes.
And which most people agreed with at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But no one really knew that she was just going to build. Literally, the city's become unnavigable. Like, it's hard to get around. And you see, like, because there's like the panneaux up, they're like, oh, this is going to become a bike lane, or this is going to become whatever. And you're like, do we really need a bike lane here? Like, there's really no reason for there to be a bike lane here. There's not enough parking in this area, and there's no driveways, and there's no parking lots, and there's massive traffic because you turned. Not only did you get rid of the parking spots, but you also took a lane away of traffic.
Yeah.
So now it takes me 14 minutes to get through the light on fucking Plamondon Côte des Neiges. Meanwhile, cyclists are flying by.
I don't understand how.
Like, they're trying to incentivize me to drive my bike instead? If that's the plan, bad plan, bro. It snows here all the time. I'm not riding my bike in the winter. I have 2 kids. Where am I going to put them? Some people need to have a car. And your transit system, fuck that. I'm not getting on the transit system right now. Like, no.
You know, I don't know. Look, Côte des Neiges has always been one of the most frustrating streets to
navigate,
drive on, and it's gotten worse. You know, the minute there's any sort of construction on that street.
No, not on no. The Côte des Neiges suffers from being way too central of an artery. So the REM construction on Jean Talon is actually causing traffic to back up all the way to my house on Côte des Neiges. Like, I don't even go that way. I just go through Outremont. There's no reason to go that way ever.
You know what they did in Hunsick? There was one street, bro, I was freaking out. I was driving. They basically widened the median in the middle, widened it, put a bike path next to the parking spots.
Yeah.
So now it's a lane and a half. But
What are you talking about here near Claude Robillard? Near the soccer complex?
No, a bit more north of the 40.
Yeah, this is north of the 40. You probably just don't know where Claude Robillard, but I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, bro, and then the half a lane, you know what they did? They put yellow lines like you can't drive here.
It doesn't make sense.
And then, bro, for if you want to take a left turn, they have this little section, bro, that fits, I think, 1 or 2 cars. Okay, where you can take a left, where it opens up the median in the middle that you can take a left. So now you gotta wait for assholes who are fucking taking a left. Bro, the city doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I understand the need to move away from fossil fuels and less cars on the road, and like, I understand why they want that, right? Like, I get it. I'm not stupid. And I also understand that they're making it's a war of attrition for the drivers, right? They're like, if we make it so inconvenient, they'll just take bikes or public transit. But that's not the case. That's not what's going to happen. We're just going to leave.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Well, and it is happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a huge exodus. We spoke also on Wednesday about how schools are emptying out in Montreal, and the schools out in the suburbs have, they're scrambling for funds to expand. It has an impact on all these other factors. I mean, it trickles down to all these things, right? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't come into the city,
Oh,
never thought I'd be living in the suburbs, but now that I am, every time I come into Montreal, I literally want to commit murder.
Yeah, no, I get you,
can't,
George, bro.
can't.
Bro, do you know? So already, I used to like here and there burn a stop sign, right? Do you know how many laws? I probably shouldn't say this actually. I just realized I probably shouldn't open my mouth. But let's say people, right? You know what's gonna happen? People are gonna get fed up. People are gonna start fucking breaking laws. They're like, bro, if they make it that it takes an hour to drive 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, people are gonna start losing their shit, bro.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Which is why I'm actually looking forward to the completion of the REM. I think it's going to help enormously. So I want to see. I'm curious to see how things evolve with that. It's difficult to imagine traffic not getting better with the REM because I mean it's so convenient and it's going to be so fast.
The REM is that thing with the
that
lines
thing with the electric train that they're building now.
Yeah, with the lines on top. It's hooked
Yeah,
up.
that's a bit ugly, but I mean, I'm just talking about the convenience of it, right? I mean, when
I
you
know,
think that,
but they have that in
here-
Toronto and it's disgusting.
I don't like it, man. Remember, we spoke about this when we saw the plans of this thing actually being announced. I had the director Haru Chatilian on my podcast, and we spoke about that and all that stuff, and it was beautiful. He showed me the things. The initial plans of the REM look good, and then they start building because phase 1 is here in Brossard. This is this is where it's going to start from here to downtown. So we got to see this thing going up way before anyone else did across, Montreal or even Laval. And then when they start putting up cables, my wife, we're driving. She's like, "What is that? Are they putting up cables?" I'm like, "Yeah, it looks disgusting. It's ugly. It's like a
Are you still fucking freaking out that no one told you that there was going to be cables?
Poseidon brought it up. So yeah, there's.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Are you still shocked? Because you always go on. I remember about a month ago, you're like, I remember seeing those proposals. There was no fucking cables.
It looked amazing. It looked so futuristic and nice, and now there's cables everywhere.
We're
So
San
what the hell
Francisco in the
happened?
40s now.
Fuck it. Anyway,
Have you seen the one that's
Montreal, the city that goes backwards in time.
Have you seen? I don't remember where it is, but there's a small section of the REM that's operational. They're testing the cars on it.
Yeah, it's down here.
Is it? Is that where I saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I went to my brother-in-law. He lives down there in the hood. I saw it. I'm like, and my wife's like, "What the fuck is that?" That's the fucking REM. She's like, "No." I was like, "That's the REM." She goes, "But it's connected." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "This is stupid. What if it builds up ice?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a big problem." And then you have in Ontario their REM. Did you see this last month?
No.
A huge section of their REM that services like a small, like a massive suburb with a university. It fucking derailed.
No.
It derailed. It's been down for months, and they can't. People bought in this area because of the REM, so they could commute, and now there's no other way to get there. So they have like 16 buses running every hour.
Holy shit.
You know what?
But the fucking thing derailed, man. That's what we need. Fucking trains flying around our heads. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And especially the way people drive in this city.
No,
Someone's going to crash into that thing for sure.
no, you can't. The way they're laid out, you can't get to them. But if they derail, they'll come flying out at you.
Really?
This is what we need. More things that can fall on us in Quebec. Yes.
Already, it's like an arcade game driving
It's
through Montreal.
GTA up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Worse, bro.
Yeah, you're not even stealing a car. It's your car. It's not
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. It's just Grand Auto. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm acting.
Good luck, Auto. GLA, Montreal, 514. Yeah, but
All right,
like
let's
what?
talk.
You see a hooker?
Let's talk about
You hit her?
another major crisis right now. This huge controversy.
The
You guys
toilet paper
probably-
crisis.
The which one?
The toilet paper crisis.
This is gonna
No,
be day.
the price of toilet paper?
Yeah, man. I forgot to go to Costco and we're running low.
Shit.
Shit, yeah. I can't shit. No. Go on.
Grab Kleenex.
Just hop in the
boxes.
shower.
Bro, Kleenex. It must be nice to live with such a small mortgage in Brossard. You're fucking wiping your ass with aloe vera Kleenexes.
When you have no more toilet paper, what are you gonna do?
You hop in the shower.
You lift the seat, you dip your ass, you flush 3 times, you're clean, bro. Arabic style. Arabic style.
You just jump in the shower, bro. You have a shower head. You spread your fucking butt cheeks and you fucking.
What's the difference?
Shoot the water.
What's the difference? I got a little swirl happening in my version.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but this is
Anyway.
high pressure.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, no, the big controversy yesterday was, and you guys probably heard about it, the new chairman of the board of Air Canada.
Pas français.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, man. And is this guy gets
Why is
the
it
top
ridiculous?
job? Well, we'll go through it and I'll see
Okay.
what you guys think.
Okay.
So yeah, he gets the top job on the board. I think at some point last year. Obviously, with COVID, nobody really gets to see this guy or interact or whatever. And the Montreal Chamber of Commerce, they host this huge conference. They do that very often. They bring notable people from businesses and all that stuff, corporations, to give speeches. So they bring this guy, what's his name, Mathieu Rousseau or
This
whatever.
guy.
And everyone knows that Michael Rousseau, sorry. So everyone knows that, well, from what was announced from Air Canada, that his knowledge of French is at a very basic level.
Is it
This
because he's an
no,
indigenous person and they never let him learn?
No.
So, okay, that's not
that-
one good
yeah.
reason out the window right there.
Yeah, so
Go on.
that's not a reason, which was a very justifiable reason for the Governor General.
Yes.
She came on and said that. So this guy, Michael Rousseau, he's been living 14 years in Montreal. His mom is French. His wife is French. So there's definitely French in his entourage, right?
His name is Michael Rousseau.
Michael Rousseau, you know what I mean? Exactly. Anyway, so Air Canada had announced that his knowledge and French and his speaking French is at a very basic level, which is okay. Quebecers aren't that anal, right? I mean, if you can come out and even read like crookedly, like a sentence or two, they're gonna be like, okay, he's trying, good for you. Nothing, not one word of French in like the hour and a half or 2 hours that he gave the conference.
Hold on. His wife is French Canadian.
Yeah, she's French.
His
Yeah,
mother is
exactly, yeah.
French Canadian.
Yeah,
And his last name is Rousseau, which I guess means his father is French Canadian.
probably. I don't know. I don't know why they're not mentioning his dad, but they're mentioning his wife. They're mentioning his mom. He's been living in Montreal for 14 years. I don't know where he was before that. Probably in the U.S. I mean, the guy's a senior exec, right? So
Yeah.
let's assume that he had top jobs somewhere else on the planet. Whatever. He's been living in Montreal for 14 years. So this is what happens now.
It's amazing. I'm gonna find this guy on LinkedIn.
For anyone listening, this is how you mess up your PR and your message. You know that first of all you lied because you said that his knowledge of French and his speaking French is like very basics, which is not. We found out that it really is not. So
Okay.
one, why are you lying? Number two, okay, you did lie. How about you make even remotely a minimum effort for this guy to come out and read a paragraph at least, which does not happen. The Conseil de la Langue Française finds out that his speech is going to be entirely in English, like about a couple weeks ago.
He made a
They
statement,
reached out-
George. Yeah.
What'd you say?
He put a statement out.
Yeah, he did. He came. Yeah,
It's a
yesterday. I mean,
hilarious fucking statement, but yeah,
yeah, that he apologized for insulting. Like
he didn't really apologize. He's like, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. I like French. That's the fucking statement.
Sorry, yeah, exactly. So, anyways, but this is what happens because this is where the everything boils over, right?
Mhm.
Everyone knows now. For weeks, they're expecting this conference. They know that he's going to speak in English finally. So everyone is kind of suspicious because they're like, wait a minute, you said that, he can, there's very basic knowledge of French. The Conseil de la Langue Française finds this out. They call Air Canada to kind of encourage them to, maybe change his speech, incorporate maybe one paragraph in French, whatever, like the welcoming or something, you know what I mean? Air Canada completely ignores it. This is the Conseil de la Langue Française, right?
I think this whole thing is laughable. But anyways,
So
go
the
on.
guy comes out, does his whole thing, and then obviously because the whole thing, has been amped up and everything, there's journalists from every news media outlet present that day. They grab the guy, and the one clip that has been going around is I forget the guy's name, but he's from TVA LCN. He asks him a question. He goes, how do you feel that your level of French is really
Shit.
non-existent, basically, right? So the guy, he's like, and he's asking the question in French. So this guy, in English, he's like, I just want to make sure that I answer correctly. Do you mind saying that in English? So the guy, because now he knows it, there's a camera, right? Everything is being filmed. He's like, well, I'll let your press attaché translate it for you. The press attaché is trying to get away from this topic as much as possible. She's like, well, in French, she's saying, he had the chance to address this issue. Let's move on to other questions. Other questions, please. So finally, he's like, no, the fuck, bitch, you're not going anywhere. So he asks the question to him back in English. He's like, how do you feel about not being able to speak
How
French?
was his English?
The journalist's English was actually pretty
I was just
good.
curious, yeah, because if it wasn't, it'd be funnier. But I'm just
No, it was actually pretty good. So this guy now, the question has been asked in English, and you would imagine a senior executive smart enough to answer something intelligent, right? Something
I wouldn't, but go on.
sympathetic. So this is what he answers. He goes, "Okay, I have been living in Montreal for 14 years without having to use the French language, and that is a testament to the city of Montreal."
Oh my God, that's what he said. He fucked the rest of us.
Exactly what he
What
said.
an asshole.
Like, guys, Twitter blows up. You don't understand the fucking politicians.
Poor fucking Emanuela, eh?
Premier Legault from fucking Glasgow. Like, it's fucking, it goes crazy. And they're like, what is this? This is embarrassing. You're saying basically, thank you, Montreal, for allowing me to speak English. Like this whole debate that we're having right now is exactly on that, right? So
what a fucking putz, honestly.
It's incredible.
Okay, 2 years from now, when the city is on fire because we're all murdering each other for no reason, I'm gonna go to this guy's house and beat the shit out of him because he's the one who started the linguistic war, like the actual war. This is his fucking fault.
Yeah.
Dude, do something about Air Canada. My stock's not looking great. Come on, man.
So here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. The big debate now is how.
I can't believe you fucking said that.
Yeah. It's horrible. So look, I mean, guys, you don't understand. It was the biggest crisis. I cannot imagine what was happening over at Air Canada. Fucking people running around, trying to correct, avoiding calls. Anyways,
hold on, George. Hold on. You misunderstand me. I really don't care that he doesn't speak French. I think the fact that someone thinks it's important that the CEO or what is he? CEO?
He's the chairman of the board.
That the chairman of the board of an internationally functioning Canadian corporation. I really don't care if they speak any language. If they can do the job, it's none of my fucking concern. It's of no significance. Who are they? Why does he need to speak French? Okay, first of all, I understand that the Quebec's identity, but this is not a fucking government. It's not even a crown corporation anymore. It's a publicly held company.
It's not a crown corporation anymore.
It's
but
not. It's not a crown corporation. It is a publicly. I own Air Canada stock. I'm an owner. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the reason why I'm cringing is because they benefit from billions of dollars in government subsidies, right?
Quebec government or which government?
The federal.
The federal.
Don't you remember they took $6 billion?
Yes, George.
Whatever.
The federal government.
I know, but here's the big debate now because, and this we've spoken about it. There are two governments now, federal and provincial, that are both working on passing new language legislation.
Which is a colossal waste of my fucking money, but go on.
Quebec has been arguing for years, especially now with this new proposition for the language legislation, to get federally chartered companies that are working out of Quebec to impose, to fall under Quebec's language legislation. This is the big debate now, right? And Ottawa has been saying, no. Quebec is like, yes, fuck, if you have a seat in any city in Quebec and you're a federally chartered company, you're going to abide by our rules, period, And now this happens, which gives them even more of an argument. So here's a big debate right now.
But the point I was trying to make was I'm not mad about him being at the company. I understand that they're trying to pass legislation. What I'm pissed off about is there's been this back and forth for like about a year now that's been much more prominent in like public discussions that French is in danger, which I don't know that French actually is in danger. I think the only real danger to French is the separatist movement or whatever it evolved into. I think it's doing more damage to itself. It's completely working against its own goals. I'm mad that this asshole came out who can literally fuck off and go anywhere in the world because he's rich and he doesn't give a shit. And he basically said, oh yeah, that's completely true. They're right. So fight amongst yourselves, little poppers. Like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. So here's the big debate now, right? Because, and it's even separated. Well, actually, not since what happened yesterday, because they've been commenting or they've been projecting on what might happen for a couple of days now in anticipation of that conference. And there's a lot of journalists that they're like, you know what, fuck, leave us alone. We want to attract the best executives in Canada.
The best
We
of the
should
breasts. I got you.
we shouldn't be stuck on language issues. We want to have the best, and I mean, we're always disadvantaged because of this language thing. Let these companies and these huge corporations hire who they want, as long as it's the best people, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and I get that. The bigger argument, however, is that even if that were the case, at the very least, common decency would dictate you to at least come out and fucking say a phrase in French, man. You know what I mean? Don't be such a dick and say, I don't want to speak French. I don't care about it. His actual words were...
C'est qui a dit ça, George? C'est qui a dit ça?
Guys, his actual words were, I am too busy to learn French.
Who said
fucking
this?
Dickhead. Your wife is French. Your mom is French. You've been living 14 years in Montreal. You cannot say a fucking sentence.
I would have loved if he
it's
came
a little
out and he was
ridiculous.
like,
I'm
"Voulez-vous
upset.
coucher
I'm
avec
very
moi?"
upset right now. What's his name?
This is
Michael Rousseau.
Michael Rousseau.
His name is Michael Rousseau and he can't speak French?
Yeah. This seems like an internal Quebec problem, like something they need to. It's an inward-looking problem. Like, hey, our own people don't speak French.
This seems like an Air Canada problem. I
does.
bet he knows how to speak Chinese.
Okay, so there you go. So Pantelis brings up the
Does
next
he speak
question
any other
because-
languages, George?
Sorry?
Does he speak any other languages?
I don't know what else
I
he
wonder.
speaks. The point is that
The language of
he's-
love.
He's working in one of the biggest companies in Canada that is benefiting from your tax dollars, my tax dollars, all these things. And you don't speak French. So look, one thing is this. You're a moron. You should have analyzed the situation better. Your communications
He
team.
fucked the rest of us, George.
It's not that he fucked the rest of it. It's like, I'm just looking at what happened, okay? I don't know what the hell is going on in that PR team, but at the very least, they should have said, listen, you don't speak French. Do your best. You've known for months now that you're giving this conference. At least coach the fucking guy to read 2 sentences. 2 sentences. That's it. You know what I mean? Or, practice saying, bonjour tout le monde, mon français n'est pas bon, mais je travaille. Je vais apprendre. Just read that, bro. People are going to be happy that you even tried, okay? Now,
Look. As a French icon, I'm going to tell you, I would not accept that. I am very angry. And I'm taking a stance now against Air Canada.
So this is the other issue now. Pantelis brings it up. Forget about him not speaking French and being arrogantly against even fucking
Learning.
Not only learning, but at least read a sentence, dude. Okay, forget about that. The whole question now is Air Canada. They have this history of neglecting, the French language. They don't give a fuck. To some extent, people are going as far as to say that they're discriminating against French-speaking clients and that sort of thing. There is a list of complaints coming from the Conseil de la Langue Française dating from 1976, and nothing has ever been done. So this is the whole thing now. So there's an article in La Presse by Paul Journet. I love him. He's a great journalist. He's writing in 1976. The commissaire aux langues officielles, the official language committee, he wrote in a report in 1976 that after 7 years, so we're talking about 7 years prior to 1976, there had been 371 complaints, 232 recommendations, but we know that nothing is going to happen. This is 1976 in a report. And indeed, nothing has happened.
And it was a busy year that year.
Well, hold on. Is the only thing now that Air Canada is doing is that their leader is hates French? Apart from that, are they doing anything wrong with the French?
Not that I know of. Are they not hiring French people?
There have been, there have been issues the last, especially during the pandemic and even before. There's been issues about flight attendants not serving the passengers in French, telling them, well, you got to speak English.
Oh, really?
The standard stuff that we've been hearing our entire life. But this
So
is
that's kind of a bit much, Air Canada. It's Air Canada, not Air China. Like English, French.
But
Come on.
it's also Air
there
Canada.
has to be, there has to be a bigger effort put in. So this is the can of worms that now has opened with Air Canada.
But George, think about what you just said. You're saying that every single Air Canada employee needs to be bilingual, right?
Yes.
But
As far as I'm
unless you're
concerned, every
hiring-
goddamn citizen needs to be bilingual, but that's my thing.
That's a whole different conversation, and I don't disagree with you. But now you're saying that by saying that, you've literally made it so that you can only hire people from Quebec. And even at that point, not all of them are bilingual. There's a lot of French Canadians who don't speak English, right? So how do you, as long as you have a French-speaking and an English-speaking attendant, doesn't that work?
We're
too?
trapped between a rock and a French place.
I don't know. Maybe you can find like some hybrid system where it's like the flights going in or out of Quebec, you need francophones. Like if the flight is like elsewhere in other provinces, okay, maybe not.
I mean, that
But
makes a bit of sense. I think it would also make a bit of sense if French-speaking people also spoke English, because whether or not they live in Quebec, they still exist in North America.
Of course,
and the
but
lingua
that's what I'm
franca
saying,
of the
bilingual.
land is English.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm 1,000% for bilingualism federally across the country.
Thank you.
But I also know that what Quebec has been doing for the past my entire existence, anyways, and even before that, it doesn't make sense.
It
put a
doesn't. No, I already said this. It
like,
doesn't make
as,
sense.
as a Greek Canadian, as a Greek Quebecois, like the stigma that French had for me, the negative stigma.
Yeah.
Growing up, not anymore. Like I'm old enough now that I was able to come out of that, but French was like, ugh. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
because
I
of
have
how
to
it was
speak
aggressive.
French."
I've spoken
It was
about some
aggressively-
podcasts.
Yeah,
it was aggressive. They would
used to
attack
fucking
you.
ticket us in school. Do
Yeah,
you
I
remember
used to
that?
I used to get in trouble. I used to get suspended. It made the opposite. It made you not love the culture and the language. It made you
Yeah.
hate it and resent it. So I've already
Like it was
spoken
an
out on that.
occupying force almost.
Yeah, I've spoken out on the
It's a good example, right?
The strategy that they used was the worst. That's why I'm always talking against the way the Office de la langue française works, because it's not the right strategy. The way
It's
it
not
works,
at all.
it's going to do more damage, and I think they know that it does more damage. So then every couple of years they go, look, it's diminishing. We need more money. We need more of this. It's just to trick people for
Hold
votes.
on. I'm going to read a quote. Pantelis has done more for the French than Legault with the French cast.
That is true, though.
I agree with
That is
him.
true, though.
I
Yes,
agree
yes,
with that
definitely.
statement.
You know what it did? I have embraced the French. They have embraced me. We're embracing.
They even embrace Poseidon even tried to embrace a few people, but there
Yes.
was no consent.
Yeah, he sexually harassed people. But no,
French people, though, only French people.
Because I have a lot of English people who tell me the same
all
thing,
lies.
who haven't spoken French in years. They're in Montreal and they go, oh, bro, because the French cast, you're forcing me to speak. I'm having fun. I'm learning new people. That's
I
what we
told
got to
you
do.
that.
I'm doing it crazy.
I've been
Even
listening
you
to
did
French
that.
podcasts. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to French podcasts, but
Yeah.
they're funny. I'll listen to
Legault
them.
needs to use my strategy, which is just be cool, bro. Just calm down. Just be cool.
podcast
sure.
de François Legault.
Yeah, they
15
were dicks,
minutes avec Frank.
They were dicks with us too when I was in high school. But I think by the time I got into school, like because we went to the same school, Pantelis, but I went later on.
Yeah.
I think they had calmed down. Like I wasn't.
No, the school just fucking fell apart as a
No,
school. by the
no,
time
but
you were
they
there.
did calm more down because my generation, they fucked it up too. They made us hate French.
Yeah, I was there. I mean, I went to an English school afterwards, so they didn't continue. It ended in primary school. But my wife, who went to a private French school, who excelled and still does at math and numbers, and like that's her thing, they made her drop out. They forced her, the school, to drop out of higher math, which she was doing phenomenally well in. And they said, math is not for you.
It's not for women, yeah.
You
you're
need
right.
to you need to focus on your French.
Oh, that's funny.
She's like, but I'm going into university. I'm going into an English university. I speak French. I want to be a CPA. They're like, no, French.
Yeah.
So she had to go to summer school to redo her math classes because they made her take extra French. How stupid is that?
Oh, that's yeah. They used to be
Fucking
very
dumb.
intense when I was around, but it was me. It was very aggressive. It was I got in trouble I got suspended once for speaking English after school across the street, not on property, at the bus stop.
How did they
How's
find
that
out?
work?
The principal was there. He was the principal was a priest too. He was there. He was walking around. And he comes. He goes, "Come see me tomorrow morning." No, Evangeline.
Oh.
And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, come see me at the office tomorrow morning?" I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then the next morning, I went in. I got suspended.
Jesus
On what
Christ.
grounds? Were you saying I'm going to kill the principal in English?
No,
What
no,
were you
because I
saying?
was speaking English, and then I remember I go, but it wasn't even during school hours. It wasn't even on school property. And he goes, if during the weekend I see you at a mall and I catch you speaking English, you're gonna get the same thing. And I was like,
What?
and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah,
That's crazy. He
Yeah,
just
they used
hated
to,
you.
No, they did it to everyone. They used to be very aggressive. Trust
See,
me.
I see the difference now with my daughter who's just started learning. I mean, she was learning French in daycare also. I wasn't sure if she spoke any French when she started primary school. I was really nervous. She speaks French. I heard her speaking French the other day. I'm like, holy shit, my kid speaks French. What the fuck? And I was like, do you like French? She goes, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, they don't.
So like the way she's being taught is not like we used to be punished.
yeah, we used to be punished. Yeah.
Like if we didn't understand something, I remember in like the first and second, third grade in French, and we asked like, what does that mean? They would never tell us in English.
Yeah, they'd be
here.
mad.
They're like, yeah, this is what it is, but this is the French word. Like,
Yeah.
quick,
Learn it,
no
write it down,
stigma,
yeah.
Learn it, write it down. You're done.
I think also the reason why they had
Do you guys
the.
remember? Do you guys remember the little jeton? there?
Jeton,
there's
yeah,
the
bro.
They used to ticket
I used
us.
to
Oh, yeah,
lose
we
them
had
all the
those.
time because
I couldn't go to recess.
Yeah.
you know what they would do? They would basically do what the government is doing now. They would make your friends rats. Everyone was an informant.
Pantelis a parlé en anglais.
Yeah, a kid catches me speaking English, so they'll be like, give me one of those fucking jetons, and then I have to give him one of mine, and then the person that's collected the most, which is the biggest fucking rat in the school,
fink.
gets an award. They were rewarding you for being a language rat. It was crazy.
I won a couple of those, by the way, but not
You fucking scumbag! You rat bastard!
not because I took them away from other kids, but I would just go through my dad's toolbox and find washers. bro.
George is
Gaming the system
You
since
know what? I'm
1997.
all about that, George. Now I'm back on your
about
team.
that thug life, yeah.
But
Yeah,
also,
dude, you can go to Renault Depot and just buy like fucking.
I
a
was in
pack of-
elementary, bro. We're Renault Depot. I would give up. Like every time they would restart, I knew from the beginning. I go, this isn't gonna last a day.
yeah.
No, you guys don't
Yeah,
understand
it had that little
how
thing,
happy I was. Like, you know, the day I discovered that, oh my God, my dad has a fucking shitload of these in his
jeton,
toolbox.
yeah.
What the fuck? And then it was just a matter of making sure that they're the right size, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
George, man, he's a fucking like a criminal mastermind at a young age. I like it.
And
So-
but also,
No wonder he ended
but
up in
But to go
politics.
back to
How's
this
he
Air
gonna get back
Canada
in?
story,
Is the key.
because look,
he's here.
complaints have been
already here.
going
I gave
on
him
for
the-
decades, right? With
Since
Air
the
Canada.
expo.
But but you know what? I have a
Shut up.
feeling that this is gonna be the one there. This is the one that kind of tipped the boat, kind of thing. I don't think they're gonna back down from this. I mean, almost all the politicians, some of them actually came out and said that he should flat out resign. You know what I mean? So I don't think that Air Canada.
I think it's a dumb conversation.
You know what I find
to be
funny?
having.
He could have said anything like, "Oh, I'm learning. Sorry, I don't speak well. I'm shy." The best is like, "Yo, fuck French, bro." It's like, why did you think that would go
I ain't got
well?
time for this shit.
Look, three things that happened that are like, where is your communications team? Number one, they said that he has extremely basic knowledge of French. No, not true. Number two,
But you don't know that.
He came out and said, "I don't have time to learn." Meanwhile, your wife is French and your mom is French.
Your
and
name
you've
is
been looking
Rousseau.
Yeah. And number three, as if that wasn't bad enough, you came out and said, "Thank you, Montreal, for allowing me to learn English without imposing French."
That's where he did us dirty, all of us.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
funny.
I think it's extra hilarious that he's named after a French dictionary. It'd be like, it's extra funny.
that's ironic.
Petit Rousseau, right? Is that what it was called? The
No.
dictionary?
no.
Oh no,
What's
it
Le
was-
Petit
not.
Rousseau?
No.
What am I
I
remembering?
think you're talking about Petit Robert.
Robert, Le Petit
yeah,
Robert.
yeah.
But
Petit
Rousseau
Robert.
is what? A
No,
dictionary?
Rousseau is a hockey
dictionary is
place.
Larousse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Larousse. Yeah.
What was Larousse?
You're thinking of Sport Rousseau. They sell hockey supplies.
They do sell hockey supplies.
Yeah.
See, he's a staple in the community.
The only thing funnier would be if his name was Becherel.
Oh,
He
man.
could have. He could
Yeah,
have.
Larousse. Everybody's like, Phil's dumb. They're right, though. I got it wrong. But I wonder if he speaks like another language, like a fucking German or just Chinese or whatever.
Hey, George, what's happening with China? Apparently, they're planning on attacking Taiwan. I just received new equipment from Taiwan.
It's a good thing you got it out now before the
Yeah.
embargo.
Well, it's been an ongoing thing, right? I think the U.S. has sent in troops to help train them.
But George doesn't do international news. You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
He only does local.
I'm sorry.
Local
I'm just saying, bro, the Taiwanese, they're good people.
What about
and-
the Ethiopians, man? They're
I don't-
fucking war zone.
What? What happened to Ethiopia?
They're fucking raiding the capital in Ethiopia.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
What? No way. Let me search this
It's
up.
under siege. It's been
didn't know
days
that.
now. Yeah.
The news don't report that shit.
I'd love to explain to you what's happening, but I really don't know. Did you know
My
about the other day?
my liaison to Ethiopia is Abba. He hasn't talking about it, so I cannot know about
Is
it.
he Ethiopian?
Oh shit! This
Abba,
is
yeah.
3 hours ago.
Somali.
1 day ago.
What's going on there?
They're called Tigray forces.
Oh, Tiger Forces.
Tiger forces.
Tiger forces.
Yeah.
Tigers with their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they invaded the they invaded the capital, bro.
Yeah. Rebel militants of some kind.
Yeah,
Rebel military.
I don't know.
But I thought Ethiopia was doing well.
I guess.
I think
not.
it's-
Tigrayan forces have taken strategic. First of all, who the fuck are the Tigrayans?
That's a great name, the Tigrayans.
I hope it's just a bunch of Indians.
Oh, it's a region in Ethiopia.
The Tigray.
It's like a province. Yeah.
It's a civil war. There's a civil war happening.
Yeah. Oh my
This is
god.
bullshit. They were doing fine for so long.
Yeah, they're from the north.
Yeah, I have suspicions.
Wow.
I have suspicions that the powers that be are trying to keep him back down again.
Many Ethiopians don't want Tigrayan leaders to return to national power. Tigrayan forces want to coordinate any push into Addis Ababa.
Addis Ababa.
But that's what I'm saying. If the people don't want them and they're forcing their way in, that's not good. It feels kind of like what normally the U.S. used to do to a lot of these countries
I really
by
don't know
destabilizing
the
them.
details. Like, I don't know if these are popularly supported rebels and then the government's fighting them. Like, I'm not sure. Is it a serious situation where you don't know who's the government and who's the rebels because they're all the same fucking team.
I don't know. I thought they were doing well, Ethiopia, a little while ago. Like from what I remember, like last year.
It's fucking people are fleeing now.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yo, shit's getting wild out there,
Well,
bro.
Sarah McLachlan.
Sorry.
Sarah McLachlan's got to go back to Africa.
It
Did
is
you
the
know
only
Ethiopia is the Horn of Africa?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Not the horn. It's
not
in the horn.
Yeah,
of Africa. No, it's not.
It's not an actual horn.
Wait, the Horn of Africa is not there, is it?
No, but like on the map, it's shaped like a horn.
Okay. That's
Oh, is it?
Isn't it?
I thought the Horn of. Oh yeah, it is the Horn of Africa. Right. I thought the Horn. I was thinking of Cape Fear, like at the bottom there.
No, you were thinking of Ivory Coast. You were thinking of
No.
ivory, hence elephant tusks, horn. And speaking of Ivory Coast, also good soccer players.
They're in the Gulf.
Les
of Aden.
Elephants. Very good soccer players. George, what else you got that's local?
Actually, yeah. I was going to talk about the health minister who is on Wednesday. We spoke about how he came out and said that we're lifting measures. We're taking out the masks in high schools, karaoke bars, opening up again, full capacity to.
We take out the masks in high schools and the bras. Like, sir, what? Oh shit! Was the mic on?
Yeah. So people can dance, karaoke, all that stuff. Positive news.
Fucking
he
footloose.
comes out yesterday and says that that deadline that they had extended to the 15th of November for vaccinating all the medical personnel,
Oh, right,
they're scrapping it entirely. They are not going through with it. The government has backed down completely
capitulated.
from that decision. And the argument is basically, listen, there's 3% people working in our among the medical personnel that haven't gotten vaccinated. We're not going to.
Is that all it is? 3%?
That's what they're saying now. But I have a thing to say, George. I believe I started another podcast. That means that there are a bunch of medical workers that were forced to do this, and they already took one jab.
Jibby jib.
They must be losing their shit.
Yep.
And if I was them, I know a couple of them, I would think about suing.
You can't though. They're completely protected right now.
The government?
Yeah, they've fucking layers upon layers of non-fucking liability that's built into this entire
I mean,
system.
look. So
right
what's
now.
going to happen now? This is we're going into the debate that for sure is gonna happen in the next weeks.
Did you see that Ramirez guy in Florida? The guy was crying because his son passed away from myocarditis.
No.
He got the jab and it fucked him up, the Pfizer one. And now he's one of the people speaking out against, please don't force it on kids. He goes, because we thought we made the right decision. And then he was, this
I
happened.
didn't see him.
No,
Well,
yeah.
we're gonna actually look. I want to talk to you about Pfizer in a second, but let's finish up with the health, because now what's going to happen is that they're going to just impose the testing 3 times a week, and if they don't want to do the testing, then they're leaving without pay. So these are the conditions. They're like, we're pulling out. We're not gonna what's it called? We're not gonna make it mandatory, but you need to be getting tested three times a week.
I mean,
And
if
you
COVID is
don't,
as dangerous
then-
as they say, I mean, that's okay.
then you're out. Now, here's the question now, and this is the big debate happening up on the Hill now. Who is paying for these tests 3 times a week for whatever? I think it's 8,000 medical personnel. So far, obviously, it's the government. It's costing about $1 million a week to have these done. And everyone now in Quebec City is coming out and saying, you know what? The government should not be paying for this. It should
Paying
be at
for what, the tests?
yeah. Because they walk in, it's free.
They want the people who are not
do.
vaccinated to be tested regularly,
Yeah.
which I mean
Yeah,
makes
so-
some kind of sense.
It makes sense. The only thing is, I like how they're saying the government should not be. So by that.
we shouldn't be paying for it shouldn't be at the expense of the public.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to freeze right there. I love it when they say things like that to get us on their side. Like, do you guys really want to pay for it? You know what else shouldn't be paid by the public? Millions of dollars in campaigns, in advertising campaigns, to hire celebrities to let us know that there's a pandemic happening, because or else we wouldn't have fucking known. So don't bring up now that, well, your tax dollars shouldn't pay for it for something that essentially is costing less than $5 a fucking test.
Yeah, but this is gonna go on for a while, right?
No, I'm just saying I don't like the selective outrage.
I agree with you.
They're trying to trick us.
I agree with you, but I also realize that we're so far down the crapper right now financially that we probably shouldn't be paying for this for the foreseeable future. Like, it
Shouldn't be paying for a lot of. This is a drop in the bucket for the things that we
This is
shouldn't
an
be
easy
paying for.
fix. Pay for it yourself.
It changes nothing though. Why? But why pay for it yourself? You should pay. Why pay for it yourself is what I'm saying. So same thing with companies now, right? Companies should do the same thing. Independent companies. with their employees, so their employees should
They
be
don't
paying
have-
for their own
No,
test.
but this is within the healthcare sector. It's a different situation
Why though?
because they need to trace COVID outbreaks.
But why
Still
wouldn't
need
you have to do that with regular employees? They're
Because you're
still
not
citizens.
dealing with the weakest, sickest people in
How do you know
society.
what they're doing? It could be
I mean, if they're in the medical field, it's a different conversation. But general, like,
But
my
that's not-
company doesn't need to do that.
But in general, let's say your company or my company here, in general public,
But your company's already doing
my company's already doing it because I'm a fucking badass. But about my own tests. But I'm saying I could go meet a weak person.
I mean, I guess you could.
So
in
we
that
went from a
regard.
month ago. If it's all our responsibility, whether you like it or not, you have to get jabbed. Whether you like it or not, you have. We did that, and then now they're like, well, except for this. Like I don't understand.
Yeah. So I mean, look,
a lot of money,
this
though.
is obviously
It is a lot of money. I agree with you. It's definitely a lot of money, and they're overpaying. They're fucking overpaying clearly, or they're fudging up the numbers somehow.
Look, this is a big flop here, right, for the government because you have opposition in Quebec, especially the Liberal Party, that has been saying since January for the hospital to start putting in place a strategy to get the medical personnel vaccinated. Not only as of September, like fucking last minute. First of all,
But that's not the issue, George. The issue is some of these medical professionals do not want to get vaccinated.
I understand that.
That's
I
the real
understand.
issue. Not that there was no fucking plan in place.
Yeah.
This is a dumb fucking argument. No surprise it came from the liberals, honestly.
No, because if this was done back in January, you would have had much more time to prepare. And
Prepare
you
for
wouldn't be
what?
stuck in a situation now where you're like threatening them flat out that you're going to lose your job and then finally backtracking. And like we look like idiots. Like the government looks like a bunch of fucking
Hey,
amateurs.
don't say we. You're not part of the government anymore. You're part of the resistance.
Well, we here in Quebec, we all look like idiots because our
No, we
government.
don't. Our government
they don't know what they're doing.
Our government had its bluff called.
Yeah.
It fucking played it too close to the vest, and it's like, I'm going to do this to everyone. But if these people walk out, the system crumbles.
I like seeing certain things. People are like, I'm a doctor. I don't want to get it. I'm a doc. Who the fuck are you? Some idiot in a suit. Shut the fuck up.
The question, the other question is, how is this,
I
what's
love those
happening now,
moments.
going to affect the government in their future negotiations in other sectors, right? I mean, look, they're trying to negotiate now with daycare workers. What happens tomorrow if daycare workers, seeing what's happening now with the healthcare situation, they just tell each other, you know what, guys, we're staying home for a month. Good luck with your children.
Yeah.
Ciao. Like, you know what I mean? Like the government has squeezed itself in the corner,
Pandemonium.
boxed itself in. Like in terms of negotiations, they really, really dropped the
Yeah,
ball.
because they started getting involved in things that they shouldn't have the power to.
Yeah.
That they
Like
you mean they
forcing
don't
a
already
medical
have the power.
decision on an employee of any level of government or private sector, like it's not your place.
But now,
Even in a pandemic, it really truly is not their place.
100%.
If the data and the facts showed us that this thing was dangerous, and we were able to trust that information coming from our government, which should be its responsibility to give us concise, precise, and transparent information,
Anyways, look, we've been through
then we
this.
would have all just done it anyways.
We've been through this a million times.
Yeah,
The
we're not
government's
gonna do
up.
it again.
Yeah, I don't want to do this again.
Because
George,
now
what
the
do you
other
have next? I'm tired of this shit. It's
Yeah,
the
me
same
too.
fucking
Well,
thing.
It's in relation to this because there's news that came out. And I think that's what you had sent us last night or 2 days ago
Did you send
about
something?
Pfizer and one of its subcontractors.
Oh yeah, this is important news.
Yeah, so that kind of went around the corner there to speed through the testing.
Well, say what you really mean. They lied. They fudged data, which
fudged.
should be super illegal.
Yeah.
It's not the
So
first time they do it. They've been
yeah,
fined
for-
before.
For everyone watching, basically, when it goes to clinical trials, there's a bunch of criteria that have to be met. There's a procedure that has to be done for all these companies to collect the information a certain way. So one of Pfizer's subcontractors in Texas, they just scrapped that whole strategy and they falsified results. I don't know how they gave the results. I mean, because they clearly did not follow the procedure.
send it?
And this was a whistleblower that worked there for 2 weeks that came out and said
Instagram,
it.
I think.
The only reason, though, that people aren't really sounding the alarm is because there's clinical trials that have been done all over the world with the Pfizer vaccine, and it's been done appropriately.
How do we know now that it's been done appropriately? That's the real question.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's
They've
always
been
gonna be
sued for
questions
this
of doubt,
before.
but because it's been allegedly done properly all over the world, there's still a lot of confidence that the vaccine is still
Oh, we
that
lost.
there's no dangers.
Oh,
The
it's
question-
interesting. Every time he talks about the jab.
So now the other thing
Chippy,
is
chippy.
that this comes at a time when in the U.S. the FDA and the CDC have approved the vaccine for the 11 to 15 or 11 to the 5 to 11 age group. They authorized it, I think, last week or this week. And now they're like, should we be doing it? I mean, based on that, I mean, should we just count on the fact that there's been clinical trials that have been done appropriately all over the world enough to trust it? Canada, however, kind of put a halt to it. They're like, listen, before given these news that coming out of the U.S., we're gonna have to ask serious questions to Pfizer.
Yeah, we're not gonna kill our fucking children.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think they're just doing it out of, just to have their bases kind of, to check all their boxes and to have their backs covered, right? So I think the only positive thing, I don't know if we should be kind of saying that, but it's going to be probably delayed a little bit more than what it should have been thus far. So let's say, for example, they would have authorized these vaccines like in 2 weeks. Maybe they're going to extend it to 2-3 weeks down the line. So I don't think that they're going to come out and say, well, because of this, we're not going to do it. It's just going to take a little bit longer. The government is still adamant about doing it before Christmas. Before the holidays, so I think it's probably going to happen.
So here's what I'm
This is
seeing,
some
George.
bullshit. I got some bigger news.
I'm reading about this just fast. The only good news of this entire situation, they did not falsify, like what they're saying was falsified, is not adverse events, but efficacy. So there's no new danger that's being proven here.
Except for the current myocarditis.
That's a whole, we know about that. That's a different conversation. I'm just saying there's nothing new. They're just, if anyone who got COVID like symptoms, they were slow to report it, or maybe they didn't write it down.
I got some angry news coming out of Greece, George.
Yeah, what's up?
Fucking the Greek soccer league has fined AEK Athens
For?
23,500 euros.
Racism?
How much?
23,500 euros. Very specific.
It's very specific.
Why?
Because and they fined the owner 10,000 euros.
Oh.
And he's banned from entering any of the stadiums
Why?
for
What
a
did he
month.
do?
Why?
What happened?
Because we got into a bit of an argument last game. The other team's coach and owner were talking shit to our players during halftime.
Greek team.
Greek team, yeah, it was Aris Aik.
Oh, yeah.
And they were talking shit to our players. So the owner of Aik said, you better shut your fucking mouth. I'm going to put you in a wheelchair. And apparently that gets you fucking banned from stadiums for a month.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who knew?
but what I don't like is that they only took that into consideration, his reply, but not the instigation of him telling our players to go fuck ourselves and all that shit. Because they go, you
This
can't
really
threaten.
is earth-shattering news.
Well, maybe it weren't direct threats to people's.
And I'll tell you another thing that I don't like, that they thought they were going to get away with, but now there's cameras everywhere. They were trying to say, Aris, that the fans of AEK were being racist towards the opposing team's back play. They go, look, they threw banana peels on the thing. Yeah, and look, you had to move them out of the way. But upon closer inspection, it wasn't bananas. It was discarded stuff. They throw shit in the field and stuff on any player. And it was a white guy that they were throwing it to. And he moved it to the side. But they thought this was 1978. They could just take a picture. Oh, it looks yellow. But then you look at the cameras, they're like, yeah, it's not a banana, dickhead. But they were trying to add more fines, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense.
I don't like this suspicious shit, bro, that they're trying to do to us.
One of my good friends has told me a story once when he went to Greece to watch a soccer game, and they were walking in, and there were cops at the door, and they were making people remove all the change from the pocket.
Yeah.
And they were putting it into a bin. So the whole story was just funny because he was there with his dad, and his dad is like, fuck this guy, just keep walking, fuck him. Like, just completely ignoring the police officer. They walked in. So, and I'm listening to the story, and I'm like, okay, they want your change because they probably don't want you throwing it in, but how the hell do they make it inside with flares and all this bullshit?
Yeah.
Because people say, fuck this guy, keep walking.
Yeah. I mean, look, the flares, I don't like the fact that they're trying to get rid of flares in soccer. It's part of soccer culture. Tifos, flares, it's so much fun.
Tifos?
Yeah.
What are those?
That's when those giant banners that you have like of players and all
right,
that.
right.
So that's part of soccer culture. That's part of ultra culture. I love that. I love a lot of flares and smoke, and it makes it so exciting.
How do you feel about the vuvuzela?
I don't like the vuvuzelas.
the
It's
vuvuzela?
annoying, but that only happened once in Africa.
Remember the World Cup? Fuck
Yeah,
this
it's
shit.
so annoying.
I don't like the vuvuzelas. It sounds like a bunch of insects. However, I don't like this shit because I remember I thought it was when I saw the article in the beginning of the week. I go, "What the fuck? I watched the game. There's no racist shit." And they go, "They threw bananas at him." I'm like, "What the fuck? I would have seen that." Like even the announcer would have spoken about it. And then upon further investigation, like, nah, they were bullshitting. It's like, why would you even try to lie? It's 2021. There's cameras everywhere, dickhead. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
Addis
he's no
is a
longer
small
allowed to walk in the field?
For a month, no. For a month, he's not allowed to go to any soccer stadium. For a month. And
Are
he
people
he
still
got
allowed
fined.
to watch? I remember.
Yeah, people are back.
Yeah, they're back. They're back.
Back in the stadiums, baby. We had fucking 20,000 people last game.
Nice.
By the
there was
way-
a point where I can't remember which teams were penalized, where no fans were allowed in.
Oh, it
at
happens
all.
every
Yeah,
time.
they
Like
always do that.
every couple of weeks, we get penalized. Everybody gets penalized. Oh, you guys lit flares. Fuck you.
What's going on with the Scarpine today?
By the way,
All right,
Looking
Scorpions.
snazzy.
that's not a
Is it a
scarpine.
boot?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
boot.
Oh, it's a boot. Okay.
Do you know what scorpions are?
The pointed leather shoes.
They're not scorpions. These are just boots.
Not leather, also suede. Like I
Yeah,
have scarpines on.
yeah, he has scorpions. These were actually
Guys, I just called it looked like a dress shoe, so I called it a Scarpine.
my fashion consultant Poseidon.
That's a dangerous sentence, but
got
go
me
on.
these, yeah.
That's not a dangerous sentence at all. I'm a snazzy dresser.
Well,
You're a dresser.
from time to time,
You're as
Yeah,
big and
from
heavy
time
as
to
a
time.
most
dresser.
of the time you're just a dresser.
with
Well, no,
drawers
'cause
that
like-
don't open.
You're a
You know,
bolo.
No, for everyday shit, you know what I mean? You're just regular. But like if you have to go somewhere nice, you know, I know how to dress
They're
nice.
requesting the boots. Sorry.
I don't know how to show it to them.
We have a camera.
Middle cam, kick your leg up.
Get those calves out. They love the calves.
Like
Hold on, whoever drops $50 in the chat, he'll do it.
Oh, incentive,
No, don't do
incentive.
that.
Show my
Don't do
boots,
that.
bro. Don't do
Don't
that.
do
Don't
that.
charge
Guys,
you.
don't drop
Don't
money
pay
in the chat.
Poseidon to
Okay.
see my
Don't
boots.
pay YouTube. Don't pay YouTube.
Let's see if this is a prank phone
It
call.
was a joke. It was
Oh,
a
they
joke.
hung up.
I got a call yesterday from, how did they frame it? La division francophone de Google Maps.
The French division of Google Maps.
Yeah.
Was it real or fake phone call?
At first, I was like, what do you mean? He was asking me questions saying someone tried to sign into my account and we need to confirm that this is not actually your address. And he gave me some information. I was like, And then he goes, okay, so are you near a computer? I was like, that's a stupid question. And that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, this is sketch. So I go, where'd you say you're calling from? La Division Française de Google Maps. I'm like, why? Like, why would they outsource to you?
Why
random
would
Algerian?
Google
Why would you
Maps-
call me when you can just email me?
Yeah,
your
why
Google?
would Google Maps talk about my email?
He goes, but just go to this website. I'm like, listen, Nigerian prince. No. And I fucking told him off, and he's like, me on Google. He just kept saying, me on Google. He was very French, not Quebecois, like French. He was like a North African dude. So I just hung up, but I realized I almost fucking fell for it.
Oh, I don't even pick up.
What? How?
Because it was about my business, and I was like, oh, it's something wrong with my Google listing for a second. Like, it caught me off guard.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Not about you. I mean about the Google listings. Like fuck.
Lift
fuck.
your leg. The chat.
If Olga puts another demand, like she owns the place
No
in the
gulags.
chat, I'm throwing her in the gulag.
You gotta
Taking away
calm
your
down a
power.
little bit.
Easy, Orwell.
Easy, George.
What else you got?
That's it, guys. I gotta run.
Fuck off.
Get the fuck out of here, George.
Hold on, let me
So
play
if
him
you
out.
enjoyed George's news, George does more stuff than tell the news. George uncovers the news on his hit show, The Backstage Podcast, where you ask the hard-hitting questions that you wish you could ask politicians, musicians, porn stars. George has a wide variety of guests on The Backstage Podcast. Links are in the description, but his main squeeze right now is Just Us Dads, the podcast for dads, by dads, financed by Nazis. It is a great, great podcast, a lot of fun. It talks about what it's like raising kids in this world right now with Charlie Chaplin mustaches being mistaken for something else. It's great. It's a great podcast. We like it. I don't even have kids. I have a dog, and I like it. So just imagine if you do have kids, how much you're going to like it. Just as dads, links to George's stuff in the description. Thank you, G.
All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.
There, George.
While you're at it, patreon.com/Pantelis. Don't forget, patreon.com/Pantelis. Join the nation. Patreon.com/Pantelis, where you get exclusive content. You get content first, and that's about it. You get exclusive content. Why else would you be on Patreon? But you also support this goddamn network. Already now on Patreon, you've got the Preach podcast, which everybody else is going to get next week. You already have that. English. You already had the Emil one early. We're good. We're good. We produce a lot. I know people normally put one show on Patreon a week. It's fucking laughable as far as we're fucking concerned. We put all kinds of shit on Patreon. All kinds. It's Patreon is a network in itself.
Yay.
We haven't stopped. 2-drink minimum every week. Don't forget about that. 2-drink minimum drops every Wednesday, but it already premieres on Tuesday nights on the YouTube channel. 2-drink minimum. Check that out. Phil Balabanos is here
Yo.
today. He took the day off from working. Phil is a hard-working cinematographer, filmmaker,
I didn't think Maker of film.
Biden enthusiast,
Yes, I can agree with
propaganda enthusiast. In fact, he's a
Yeah.
propaganda enforcer.
that. Yeah.
He can make a propaganda film for your product and or business. They could be one and the same. Phil is notorious for making some of the most influential commercials to ever come out of the great nation of Kazakhstan. He's able to sell natural gas, oil, uranium, rockets. He sold 3 rockets, but jets. He's made commercials for jetliners.
That part's actually true.
Yeah, all of this is true. He's made commercials for airports, which I don't think they needed, because where else are you going to get the airplane from but the airport? But it's kind of a budget thing. They had the money, they spent it on a commercial. He's worked with the government, foreign governments. In fact, some of this could be chalked down as treason.
CSIS is calling later with an espionage case.
He's made videos claiming UFO landings. He's done a lot of stuff, but he could support you and your business. Hire Phil, links are in the description.
Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah.
I truly wonder about the decisions I've made.
Dude, let's be honest. I've gotten you some good business with these commercials. Let's be honest here. Come on, Joseph Goebbels. That's it.
I am so hungry. Can
It's
can you hear my stomach?
Friday.
It's Friday.
Let me ask you, what's your partner in crime?
He has nosebleeds.
What?
He has nosebleeds.
Shouldn't I be concerned?
He's
No.
bleeding from the outside of his nose, though.
What?
Not from the inside.
No, it's
Very
not.
strange.
No, it's not. He's it's from the inside. His nose gets dry.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get
His
it.
skin is
Yeah.
bleeding.
No, it's on
from
the inside.
It's on the inside, and now he's putting pressure so it doesn't leak.
He showed me. He's bleeding up here. On the outside. Not on
the
the
outside?
inside. That's what he showed me.
Poseidon, you want to go check on him?
That doesn't make any sense. I've never seen that.
Leave us on the double and go check on him, Poseidon.
I'm putting it on the middle.
Whatever you want. So, Mr. Phil, Philly Pants.
Yeah.
Pants Phil. Yesterday, I was here recording podcasts. Yeah. We had a couple of issues. I heard a bit of a disagreement happening in your office. I heard some yelling.
My
Is
office?
everything okay?
Nobody was here with me.
Yeah, there was.
Who?
There was an individual.
An individual?
There was an individual that was with you.
Oh, yeah, there was.
Yeah,
No,
I heard
everything's
some.
fine.
Yeah, you want me to take care of it?
No.
Wasn't getting a little too uppity?
He's always a bit uppity.
All
It's
right.
just his vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Seemed a little aggressive.
No, he wasn't aggressive. He was actually docile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard a bit of what the fuck is this shit?
No,
You
making
call
that
you
up. That's
call
fine.
this a job? You call this a video? Is
What are you trying to do now? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, I'm just saying that's
Because there's
what
a bunch of things that could happen from this.
Yeah.
One, somehow he sees this and he's like, "That's not what fucking happened." And he
Well,
has
that's
no
what
sense of
Poseidon
humor
told
and
me.
he gets mad.
Oh.
Poseidon wasn't here. He left with you.
No, Poseidon was here. This happened. What are you talking about? You left with me. This happened during my podcast, right before my second podcast.
What are we talking about?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in a meeting yesterday and the guy was getting a little aggressive, unhappy and shit? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he.
I remember it that way.
This is my eyes and ears.
Sure, you weren't hearing my voice be
No,
aggressive?
he told me.
No, it sounded like there was a back and forth argument.
No, there wasn't. It was a weird.
That's what it sounded like.
Because we'll fucking take. You just gotta to give us the okay. We'll fucking take care
Yeah,
of it.
seriously.
The only part of everything that seemed slightly aggressive probably was when we were disagreeing on music choices.
Oh, okay,
I
I'm
think
already.
that's what I was hearing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Well, he made it seem
'Cause
like he was
wants to
far more
be-
serious.
He wants to do the voiceover, and I don't want him to.
No, you need a good
I want
voice.
to get a lady to do
Yeah.
it, like a British robot
Can I do it?
sounding
Oh,
lady.
that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Can I
Welcome
do
to
it?
the future? Like
Can I
one of
do it?
those? No.
Hold on, listen to this. Listen to this.
We can't afford you.
Listen to this. Welcome to the future.
It's exactly the same. It's exactly
Or
the same. We just can't
welcome.
afford you, man.
What about this? What about this? Welcome to the future.
No, that's too sexy. I
Okay.
want something like prepare to leave the world you know behind. Like
Oh,
stuff like
listen to
that.
this, listen to this.
Yeah, okay, go.
Hello, hello, love.
were gonna do that.
Welcome to the future, governor.
Or what about?
How about wait. You're in VR now, innit?
Yeah.
Or what about? Hi guys, welcome to the future.
He didn't get the game.
He didn't get the game. It's fine.
That's fine.
You
no,
tried.
no
though.
arguments.
I thought we were just doing women
Part of the
voices.
creative process, a little back and a little bit of forth. I know a lot of people who do what I do when they deal with companies, they capitulate to every demand, and that makes bad videos.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
Phil
If
does
you-
the opposite of where
If
you
you
ask
hire
him.
me, I'm going to challenge every decision you ask me to create for you because I want to make sure that it looks good and it works.
Phil once gave and sold and made a real estate commercial to a pharmaceutical company. He just does his own thing.
I didn't process what you were saying. No, I did not do that. I just mean like some people will be like, oh, that's what the client wants. That's what the client gets. I don't give the client what he wants. I give them what they need.
That's a interesting way of putting it.
It is.
I don't care what you want, what you say, what you order. Imagine that in a
I
restaurant.
care what you want.
Can I get a sandwich? You're getting a salad, you fat fuck.
Fat fuck. that would be a better world.
You want a sandwich. You need a salad.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'm the hero they deserve.
What's up?
Jorge dropped $2 in the super chat.
Oh, what's he saying?
For your Udi
Show
base.
your boots. Open
Asking for
quote,
Olga.
Asking for Olga. Close quote. Olga's gonna land in the gulag very soon.
Olga
she's
didn't do it though.
influencing
Jorge
people.
is fucking tripping you up. He's playing psychological warfare.
You
That
think so?
Latino shit.
Then they're both gonna go in the gulag.
What do you think's gonna happen if you put them both in the gulag?
They're gonna fuck.
It's $2. That's it. This is just boots. That's it.
They're not really boots. They're like ankle boots.
They're boots, bro.
What kind of boots are they?
They're a bit higher than. They're
what
not,
are they made for?
They're so there's a name for a boot that is between ankle boot.
Yeah,
and,
what is it?
It's a chukka.
A chaka, yeah.
Check out his dick.
Way.
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
I don't wear boots. I don't do it. I can't wear like that style boot.
¿Por qué no?
Porque es uncomfortable for me.
Porque no es
I have
confortable.
nice winterized Air Force Ones. They keep me looking gangster and urban. What's up?
Did the boots go up? Can you see them? I don't even know if I.
They were good.
They saw.
He was probably on the wrong camera because he's Poseidon.
Olga's freaking out in the chat.
Olga's tripping.
Why?
Fucking.
Oh,
I thought you meant she's like, I'm leaking all over the place. His boots are on the table.
well, probably that too. But and she likes
Oh,
the
there she
boots.
is. Yeah, she
Ah,
likes
see,
the boots.
the ladies like the boots, and the boots are fine.
Yes.
Currently
Poseidon picked them
masturbating.
out.
Yeah.
You have an eclectic style.
I have a weird style. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like business up, down bottom,
Yeah.
but
Party up the top.
Yeah, it's
Well,
weird.
it just depends. I wear different stuff. So some days I'm party, some days I'm not.
Some days I see what you're wearing, and I was like, I can't pull that off, but respect. Other days I'm like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
Where did you get that? That's strange.
It all
I don't
depends
even know
on
they
my
made
mood.
those anymore. And
Yeah.
it has spikes. It's weird, like so kinky. You all right, buddy?
Better.
You okay?
Yeah.
Have a seat.
He's bleeding from the outside of his nose.
Outside or
Stigmata
inside?
style.
Oh yeah.
Outside.
What is that? Like your skin's dry?
You
Yeah, you gotta be put
eczema's-
cream, dog.
I got some cream. You want some cream?
You have hydrating cream for
Yeah,
real?
I do. I actually
Oh,
do.
give him some.
fuck,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because in the
Oh, there you
in the winter, my ears get dry from the toque and they bug me.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Tell
Oh,
you
there
that.
you go. Cream.
Cream. Cream was a good song by the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
You're dressed very festive this morning. It looks like a Christmas sweater. I like it.
Because I found it.
You're like a single dad on Christmas.
I am like a single dad.
Yeah. I like it.
But I found it at the Bay. Like it was like original price was like fucking $80 or some shit.
How much you get it for?
$30.
That's a good price. I think the Bay is gonna go out of business.
I think so too.
There's no one ever in there.
Not just that.
Like look at Rocklands. There's 2 floors of what?
But I've noticed lately they've been pricing a lot of shit super super cheap.
Oh, it feels like Sears. They're going out of business.
Yeah, if we've learned not just that from the other place. Remember where I bought my suit jacket from? Where it was like a $500
Moore's.
suit jacket, yeah, and I bought it for $50.
And then it closed down a week later.
And then I was like, it feels like you guys are gonna close down. They're like, no, we're not gonna close down. A week later, they were closed.
That was kinda funny.
That was kind of funny. And
They lied to that guy. He's like, so why are we putting everything on 95% discount? Are we shutting down? Don't be stupid, Mark.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
never going to
exactly.
shut down. Just so that he doesn't steal shit?
yeah, exactly. And so it feels like they're gonna close down.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go see if there's any deals later. We'll go together.
Because even that coat, that nice coat that I got, the raincoat,
Yeah.
$30.
Oh, I was looking
That
for a
one
new
was
coat.
like $200 some dollars.
I was looking for a new winter coat, a long jacket.
You know who you're gonna like?
Who?
What size do you wear, like jacket?
None of your business. Go on.
No, I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
Well,
Or ask personal questions.
like I don't know.
What are you, my wife? What are you asking?
I'm trying to help you, bro.
You're not trying to help me.
Like Jack and Jones.
No, I would never wear that garbage.
What? It's not garbage.
It's complete trash.
Really?
It's low quality goods.
You think so?
It's 100% low quality goods. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't like either of those people. I don't like Jack or Jones, really, if I'm being honest. Yeah, low quality stuff.
Where did Phil go?
Take a piss.
What was I gonna say? You might like Guess.
I will not like this. Again, low quality goods.
You think so?
I know so. These are all low quality goods.
Calvin Klein. Go to the Calvin Klein store.
They don't have the jackets I want.
They do. They do have coats, I think.
I don't think so.
They do, but they have Calvin Klein coats. They may have.
No, I want a coat for the winter, but I need it to be warm too.
I see.
I have a Calvin Klein coat for the winter. The one I have
Yeah.
is Calvin Klein, but I want another one that's different. Like I want the coat.
Yeah.
I bought the winter one that they had last year.
Fuck, because the thing is, Moore's was a good spot.
Moore's is a good spot. You get it for
coats,
cheap.
yeah.
You could always negotiate with them. Like it's $300. I'm like, you mean 50? He's like, all right.
Yeah. That's why they went out of business, bro.
If you ever went to Moore's and you paid like full price, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, seriously. We never paid full price for
Bro, I
anything.
never paid full price at Moore's since I was in high school.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, this is $400. Oh, you mean 80, right? I could do 70. Oh, even better.
They're like the Patrick Star of negotiating.
Yeah, it's literally. I think Moore's. That's why that one went out of business.
Yeah.
They don't know how to negotiate. You're like, okay, I'm willing to pay $300 for this. Well, you're in luck, sir, because if you're willing to pay $300, I'm gonna give it to you for $90.
I haven't been in a Moore since I was like, my parents took me as a 10-year-old to buy pants. Like that's the last time I went into a Moore's.
You, like me, not often do you need a suit.
Not very often. I have suits,
Me too.
but when do I need a suit? I mean, I wore one the other day. I went to an engagement. There's a suit I wore to my sister's wedding. Like,
Yeah, me too. Like I have 2 suits that fit me now. The other ones don't.
yeah, same thing. Two that fit, the rest just don't fit.
Bro, the rest look like I took my dad's suit. I look like a
do that.
child, bro. The pants are falling. They're too
I
big.
have the opposite problem. Most of my suits look like my
they're too
dad's
tight?
trying to wear my suits. Yeah.
Oh, no, me it's the opposite. The old suits, yeah, they're. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, I have suits that are way too big from when I was way heavier, but that was like years ago. They're gone. Like I don't know where they are now. I think I gave them to my dad because he lost a bunch of weight, so he wears them now.
How's he doing, the pops?
The pops,
Yeah.
pops doing Bill stuff,
Yeah, he's
just doing his thing.
started his own podcast.
My dad.
Yeah, what it's like to live with Phil.
Think for a second about my dad. Picture him in your head.
I'm picturing him.
Now picture him speaking.
This is how I'm picturing him.
Never speaks.
Speaking with his shirt button open right here,
Yeah,
with a little bit of hair coming out from on
a
top.
lot of bit of hair, but yeah.
And him just saying like, look, yeah, you think it'll be fun having a creative filmmaker around the house. No. The man is neurotic. He's constantly yelling. He keeps flipping stuff, tables mostly. It's a hard life here. He beats me. Please tell the police.
Help.
That'll be funny.
My dad doing a podcast would be my dad would be like, "Hello, hi,
Oh, you think he'd be
this
nervous?
is my podcast." Yeah,
Really? Yeah.
yeah, and he used to do a lot of public speaking, but he never liked it.
Yeah.
Like he did it because he had to. When I public speak, I enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
I get off on it. My
Oh.
dad's like, yeah, arr.
I don't enjoy or dislike it. It's I just do it. Like I don't think about. I think that's what it is. You know, people are like, how do you get on stage alone with a microphone? Well, it's not that romantic. I'm not banging the microphone. It's just I don't know. It doesn't matter whether there's one person or 1,000. It's not going to change my fear level.
No,
I says what I says.
sorry, I'm chewing. I was so hungry I couldn't.
It's okay. What are you eating there? Nature's Valley shit. What is
A
that?
little cashew butter bar.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I was thinking actually as I was walking here today from like the elevator, I was thinking because I looked at Wednesday's episode and I think it has like 500 views or something. I was like, wow, 500 people watched me basically drag my ass for 20 minutes until the Advil kicked in on Wednesday and look like an idiot because I was so out of it. My sinuses were hurting, right? I was like, so what are we going to do when there's like thousands of people on the morning show? I was like, will that affect me? And I was like, no, because as far as I'm concerned, we're just having a conversation.
Yeah, no,
But
I
that's
don't
the
care.
danger because we say naughty things. That
A few months ago, someone sent me a link that I used to go to high school with. He's like, "Holy shit, is this you?" And it was the clip on YouTube of Rogan when I asked about the spear people. Remember that the Amazon that the
Yeah.
guy went
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And-
Border
tribe.
Patrol.
Yeah, the tribe there. They made a clip of that. Joe Rogan made a clip of that, and it was in the millions of views. And when the guy sent it to me, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." He's like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "What the hell? You on Joe Rogan? You're talking about fucking Amazon? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know about this." Like, yeah, well, you don't know me. I haven't seen you in 10 years, bro. Don't ask me fucking questions. Go fuck yourself. I don't know why I have you on Facebook. But it was just even then when I saw the millions, because like there's millions of people who saw this, I was like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Somebody
It didn't make me
messaged
nervous or anything.
on Facebook. Someone I have not spoken to since I want to say 2006. We were never that close. I like the guy; he's a good dude, but don't know him that well. And he messages me out of the blue, and he goes, "Dude, is this you?" From
Oh,
Tenor.
a GIF. Yeah, because they made the
GIF.
Pantelis
I was
comedy
like, yeah,
GIFs.
that's me. Why? He goes, I typed in the GIF MAGA,
Oh, I thought
and
it
that's
was,
what came out.
I thought it was like I typed in homo
No, I just thought it was funny because I'm flipping the beads. Is that one of those episodes
manga.
when I was super anxious?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How did you spell it?
MAGA.
Probably not.
That's Maja.
No, that's MAGA.
No, it's 2 G's. Maga.
No.
MAGA
MAGA.
with a K in Greek.
Yeah.
What?
He can't even spell in Greek or in English. In Greek, there's no 2 G's. It's GK.
Yeah.
No, that I knew, but in English, I'm saying.
No.
I would write it in Greeklish.
Yeah.
I would write it MAGKA.
Yeah.
Manga. Otherwise, it's
MAGA.
Make America Great Again. Yes.
Yeah.
I see the joke you're trying to set up. It's not working. Good
No,
try.
I wasn't
though.
trying to set
He
Oh, no?
legitimately
Oh, you were
can't
just
spell.
confused. I apologize.
Yeah.
Then I take it back. It's not nice to make fun of the simple folk.
Yeah, he's very simple.
He
He's
walks
like-
into my office this morning. You wish you were there. He goes, bro, check out this sweater.
Yeah.
Like he takes it off. He's like, bro, check it out. And I'm looking
Is it
at
new or something? Is that
Yeah,
why?
it's
Brand
new,
new,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
He's like $30, bro. I'm like, it's fine. He's like, it's really nice. I'm like, it's nice. Yeah, sure. Like, it's not ugly. I just don't care.
You're gonna evil eye your sweater. Stop talking about it.
But it, like, I realized now.
By the end of the day,
are
it's
you wearing
ripped.
a t-shirt under?
A tank top.
Like
A wife beater.
Like a singlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I can see your arm skin through.
He's
the,
wearing
through
his
the waffle.
future under that sweater.
Hey.
Fucking guy. But no, you know what it is? Every time I get like a really nice piece of clothing,
You
for
wear it
like
until it's destroyed.
no, for like a very good price, I like to be like,
He feels good about it.
I feel good about the price.
And you know what? I don't
mean?
hate that. I'm
Yeah.
all about that.
The-
Feel good
that's
about
it.
yourself, girl.
Yeah.
I too am a strong, independent lady. I know what it's like.
We're strong, independent women
Yeah. What are you looking at?
that don't need
An
no
email
man.
from a client. Sorry,
Tell him to go fuck himself.
I can't.
Reply and say,
He's my worker monkey. I need him to do the stuff I asked him to. It's for the client.
is it the Asian?
Hmm?
Is it the Asian?
No, I gotta pay the Asian. Forgot about him.
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay me. Give me his money. I'm gonna go visit him.
He would be so happy. He
I
was
know.
just raving about you the other day.
Is
He goes,
it-
it's so funny because sometimes he tell me, "Are you Chinese?" And it's so funny. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you saying, Russell? He's like, it's just funny because he makes fun of me because I'm Chinese. I'm like, I'm glad that you like it. But like,
I have threatened to
he
kill
has
him on
way
many.
better jokes.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, but that one's my favorite. Oh man, that kid's making all kinds of money. He's mining crypto. Fuck.
Goddamn right. That's why. Give me his money. This was
Last
gonna.
time I
Are you
saw
paying him
he
cash or
was
check?
like- I pay him. No, it's a subcontract.
So check.
Yeah. No, I e-transfer.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Don't need transfer.
But it's not
Write him
cost money,
write
though.
him a check, and then me and Poseidon are gonna pay him a visit.
I don't have checks.
to give it to him.
Can I just give you the money and you write a check?
I'll do that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it to him very, very, very
Aggressively.
He has a
aggressively.
fucking huge studio now in a rental house for.
There you go.
equipment.
That's why I
The
want to
kid's
go
doing
visit
good,
him. Yeah. I want to find out some
Oh,
crypto
shit.
information.
Right. And if you need stuff from him, he'll do it for free. He likes you.
I know he likes me.
a fan.
I like him too.
about hand job?
We get along, but yeah.
I don't know if you're his flavor.
So it's just an excuse to go see him.
don't
Yeah, I
know
want to
where it
ask
is,
you about
the
his
studio,
crypto
though.
stuff.
Oh, you want to know?
Hmm.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden you want to know, eh?
No, I always want to know. I've tried many times to buy crypto. I can't do it.
Bro,
I'm too
Wait,
stupid.
You just not know how to buy crypto because I can
Zero.
help you buy crypto.
All right,
If
let's
that's
do it.
easy.
bro,
Okay.
if you invested like 100,
Stop talking. Stop talking. I'm gonna flip.
You don't know
your
anything about
desk.
crypto.
No,
Anything
no,
you
no,
think you know, you
You're
don't.
just
No,
gonna
I-
make me
I
angry.
know I don't know
Why would
anything.
you say that? Or you're just gonna make me angry. You know, if you were able to buy when you wanted 6 months ago, you could have been a millionaire. Shut
Oh.
the fuck up. I'll kill you.
No, but if you actually want to just buy crypto, it's very straightforward. I own crypto.
People say this.
If you
I've
want,
tried. It doesn't
honestly, you can just e-transfer me how much you want to spend, and I'll send you the crypto coins. I'll just transfer you the coins to your wallet.
work. Oh,
We can skip a step if you want.
I want 9 bitcoins.
that's
That's nine. It's $450,000 about.
I'll give you
that? Is it
455.
54,000?
I'll give you 455
What
for
is
your
US?
troubles.
Coin? What is it?
that's
today?
US dollars.
That's US dollars.
Yeah, well,
I
right
want
now,
three. I want 3 bitcoins.
well, right now they're at about 70,000 Canadian. One
Checking
Bitcoin.
now. There's
so-
76,000 Canadian.
Okay, so I don't want any bitcoins. I'm gonna buy some of those Shiba tokens because my dog's name is Shiva.
Shiba
Shiba Inu.
Inu.
It tanked.
It tanked.
Actually, it might be the best time
It
to
tanked?
buy. Yeah, it might.
Oh, I
Be,
want to buy a fucking 1,000 of those.
yeah, it might be the best time if you put
My wallet
100.
just
If
froze.
you put like $100, you'll
Yeah.
get like
What's
a million something Shiba Inu tokens.
I want 1 million something Shiba
I
Inu
don't know if
tokens.
Shiba Inu has a.
If it goes up to
use
$1,
case, like, I don't know
I
if
will
it's-
pay $100.
If it goes up to $1, you're an instant millionaire.
I will buy $100 worth.
Shiba going to $1.
I will buy $100 worth of the dog coin.
Dogecoin also has.
Dogecoin was a one-off, 1 in a million thing that happened. Like
I will be proven to be the best crypto investor on the planet. $100 right now.
The next one is Cardano.
Cardano's not cheap though.
Well, it's
Cardano-
$2, but
$2. Like
it's
So
gonna go
that's
up
high.
to $10. So
I know
Who
people
the
who
fuck?
have
How do you know that?
well, that's what they're predicting.
All the predictions false.
What are they predicting? That it's going to go to where?
If it's gonna go up to 10, I predict it's gonna go down of 10
A
cents.
high to $8-10 by 2025.
I can see that.
too
Cardano's
long.
rebuilding part of the internet, so I can see that. Yeah.
It's too long to wait for that.
So
I want some instant cash.
Well, if you
No,
put
there's
100
nothing right now that's about to pop off in the crypto
Yeah.
sphere. They're all long-term investments right now.
Yeah.
Because
Does anyone here-
that whole speculative like things are going to explode, just hang on to it. That's more or less past.
Yeah,
Now
just
crypto's
finished.
But you're
actually
telling me
being
this
used-
Chinese fellow has some bitcoins over there.
He's mining Bitcoin. That's how he makes money.
Look,
It's different.
they've been doing that for years. The Chinese, they're good at mining. I'm gonna use his expertise
You need
and
money.
get him to mine my bitcoins.
He won't mine for you, unless you pay him.
not by choice.
You know what? All you need to mine is a really powerful computer
I have one of those.
that you don't use for other things.
I don't have one.
You
of
want to
those.
learn about mining? Gigi mines.
I don't trust
and he's-
Gigi.
Why?
Gigi's part of the system,
You trust the Chinese guy more than the guy from Laval?
obviously.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but if you just
No,
wanna
Gigi
buy-
minds too. Actually, Gigi already told me.
Gigi minds.
Yeah.
My brother's mine.
Good. Tell your brother to go fuck himself, bro.
Yeah, I love how he's the oldest but the least successful.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I could ask Gigi too. Actually, Gigi already
No,
offered
Gigi,
his expertise.
Yeah. Gigi's the one who got me started. Like, explained what he was using, how he
Yeah.
was doing it. When I had issues at first, I spoke to him. I'm like, I can't get my fucking money in. What do I do? Why isn't the
But this
freaking out.
Chinese fellow,
The Chinese fellow?
I feel like
is-
he knows a bit more
he does. No, not than Gigi. Gigi knows quite a bit.
than the Chinese guy.
Yeah. I don't know who knows more, but Gigi knows a lot.
Because these Chinese, they know.
They know things, yeah. But they play the Chinese on you. They
Yeah.
think, you think they don't know anything.
Yeah, a guy did that to me yesterday in the car. I almost killed him.
Yeah?
Tried to crash into me, yeah. Oh, I don't know that this is not a driving lane. So what are you talking about? Yeah, you do, dickhead. You drove into it. Anywho. Yeah, bitcoins and such, cryptos.
I remember the
what are you
first
doing with
episode-
your monies?
The first time we spoke about Bitcoin on This Just Thing, like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and we're like, 1 Bitcoins, 2 Bitcoin. Like, that was our whole gag. The whole Greek people saying donuts. And at donuts, yo donuts.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, no?
But if I had bought Bitcoin back when it was offered to me,
I
I
don't
would
wanna have
be,
this
I would be
conversation.
able to buy and sell Poseidon right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sadly, even back then, just like it is now, I have no idea how to purchase these coins.
It's not as complex as it
Yeah,
seems.
just download a fucking app, bro.
I've downloaded many apps. They always fuck with me.
I'll
I have
walk you through.
How are
crypto.com.
The
you
first
person-
step is an Interact transfer
Thank you.
to a specific IP address wallet. And then from that wallet, you can put it into any other wallet system you want to use to buy other crypto coins.
Wallet.
Wallets, yeah.
Wallet.
Why isn't this working?
Eh,
I gotta send this. Sorry. I'm still here. I'm paying attention.
Insane Mo says don't buy Shiba and Doge. Insane Mo, don't tell me what to do.
Fair.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna buy all the Shiba. You won't have any Shibas for you to buy because I'm gonna have them all, and then I will decide
Shiba Gate.
the price.
well,
of Shiba.
about 76% of the Shiba Inu coins, it's about 6 people that have them.
I don't like that. I'm going back to Mo. I feel like Mo has a point there.
You might.
It's a bit.
Yeah,
it's a bit too monopolized.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Well,
need more people to like it.
there's a Shiba Inu whale that they're tracking down.
Shiba Inu whale. What the fuck?
do you mean?
What is,
Yeah,
it? What is that? An
this
anime
guy,
thing?
This guy a year ago he invested $8,000 into Shiba Inu and he made $5.5 billion.
Now, let me tell you something. First of all, that's very interesting to me. That's the kind of money I'm trying to make here.
Yeah.
If I were to do this,
Yeah.
how do I get that money?
What do you mean?
So let's say I invest now in Shiba Boopy Poopy coin, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, and it turns into $1 million.
You trade it for another coin that's more stable, like Ethereum or Bitcoin.
And will anybody block me from doing that?
Absolutely
Can I do
not.
that instantly?
Say that
can
again.
do it
Hold on.
instantly.
Say that again. What do you want to do?
Let's say right now I purchase fucking these fish coins, and they
Yeah, pick a coin. Or just Shiba coin.
any coin, and my investment turns out to explode,
Yes.
and it
Let's
is
say you
now
make
worth
20 million.
Let's say I make 20
Okay.
million
So you have
Yeah.
$20
Australian
million
dollars.
in Shiba.
Yeah.
What are
How
you
quickly?
asking?
Well, because I don't think it's stable, so I would like to get
Yes,
rid of
so
it
you-
right away.
You transfer it
trade
to
it-
something much
Stable,
stabler.
like
Can I do that
Bitcoin.
instantly?
instantly.
Yes.
With a very tiny fee, like tiny.
I like
Yeah.
this.
It's an exchange,
To
right?
Bitcoin or Ethereum because these are the most stable coins
And
at
then
the moment.
from
Or
that I
like-
could
or
cash out.
Litecoin.
And then
Or
from there you can
Litecoin.
cash out weekly, monthly, however the fuck
I
you
mean,
like.
if Bitcoin continues to do what it's doing, or even Ether, because Ether is very stable and growing slowly.
Ether is Ethereum, right?
Yeah, Ether tokens. So I would go into one of those, or even a Litecoin, which doesn't fluctuate much. You
Yeah.
know, it's like a standard price always. You leave it in there and don't take it out one shot. You're gonna get clipped
Yeah.
by the government. Just take it out as you need it.
What do you mean by the government? How's the government going to know?
They're gonna tax you once you cross
Yeah.
$10,000. It's a tax event.
Because they've centralized crypto trading a lot more.
Yeah, because they
But-
realized people were making money without.
Why don't I
getting
pull
it.
out from the crypto ATMs?
You could.
Then,
you
then
could do
you'll
that.
have cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who doesn't want cash?
You're
But
gonna
then
pull out
that's
$20 million in cash. What are you gonna do with it?
Put it
Yeah,
in a
that's
briefcase
considered
and
black
fucking
money after.
Put it in the briefcase and then walk around my house feeling
It's actually
cool.
not that straightforward in Canada. None of them have the amount of money. I mean, you could do it slowly over
Slowly
time.
over time.
Yeah, I guess in that sense.
That'll be
yeah.
amazing.
Well,
and
look,
then everything I buy will be
I think
with
those
briefcases.
ATMs are also tracked, because your wallet number.
They don't know
is
whose wallet
associated.
is.
I'm not sure.
it's all
You might be on
discreet.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep pulling out for a while, and then everything I buy in briefcase fashion.
Not a bad plan.
I make really small builds, and I do it on purpose. It's like I'd like to get this PlayStation 5 as a gift. And the guy's like, all right, would that be cash or credit? Briefcase. I like that.
Yeah.
Convert it into doubloons. Here's one doubloon.
All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. This is the investment we're gonna make. We're gonna go into whatever tanked. Let's say Shiba. I'm gonna put in like $100, and then we will.
I don't know if it's gonna pop off again though.
We're gonna go online, and we're gonna manipulate the market.
Some people have been saying,
That's what I'm saying.
Elon Musk
We build
style.
hype around it, like Elon Musk, and I keep tweeting Elon Musk to talk about it.
I'm
And
with
then-
you. Tell me what you're gonna buy. If we're doing this, I'm in.
And then once he mentions it, and that
Mike
shit
involved.
skyrockets, and that shit skyrockets,
And we sell.
We sell.
I'm in.
Bro,
You're welcome, internet.
we're at D-list
I'll let
status.
you know.
Can we do this?
I'll let you know what I pick, and then you could buy into it too.
The greatest thing about what he just said is it's not even fucking illegal.
Yeah.
That's the best
apparently
part.
that's what they think. The reason why this guy is being tracked, the Shiba Inu guy, apparently this is what they did. What they took a video.
It's pretty obvious that they're doing these things.
Yeah, they took a video of Times Square. You know the place where you can put an ad.
Oh yeah,
They made it. They made the video. They edited the video and made it look like a Shiba Inu coin ad was.
Oh yeah,
playing.
like memes.
Yeah. For $16, they got this. They got this off of Fiverr. They posted it. It built hype,
You know who could have built a better one?
and people
Gapes.
thought, yeah,
Gapes is gonna be our guy. We're gonna hire him for marketing of our crypto.
and people thought that Shiba Inu was legit advertising in Times Square,
And they all bought.
So they bought. Bam, bam, bam,
Oh, we're
bam,
gonna
bam,
do
bam.
the same thing.
It's fucking
But
genius.
now the coin just tanked.
That's perfect time for us.
So
Not
if
necessarily, because some of these coins, they go the way
It's
of the dinosaur.
perfect time for us if
we're
we're
gonna
gonna,
do this.
manipulate the system.
No one's gonna. You
But
can't
then again-
manipulate the same coin twice.
You wanna
People are
bet?
onto it.
No, you can manipulate the same coin twice. People
We should find another coin.
can't find another coin
Something that's devalued and hasn't popped off yet.
like the Australian dollar or the Canadian
Canadian.
dollar.
yeah, guys, make a crypto section for Discord. Insane Mo said that. I agree.
Insane Mo onto something.
He's insane though.
He's insane. That's why I
but
like
Mo
him.
insane.
Yeah, I think we should since we have this community on the Discord, we should all trade stuff on what
Trade knowledge.
Yo, hold
Knowledge,
on.
yeah.
How many people are in the Discord? Could we not just artificially inflate a coin on our own? If we all bought?
Oh my god!
Are we enough people? The
So it's
Pantelis
like-
army?
It's like on Discord, maybe like around 1,000 people, a little under.
It's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot of people, but it's not enough to artificially inflate. But
Unless
that
everyone puts
1,000
in $1,000.
Yeah.
But even then,
Even
Yeah.
then, eh?
even then, no.
But
Because
if
the-
they all share it,
This is
Can
marketing.
you
And then
accept payments on
thousands.
Patreon through crypto? Like, can people pay for their subscription with crypto coin?
I have no idea. Patreon doesn't tell. Patreon, I always fight with them. I always have to send them emails of
Yeah.
stuff I'm because of charges and shit. It's like, well, where are these taxes coming from? Like, we have to pay the government. Like, well, I'm already paying the government.
These are markets of billions of dollars. Let's say they have a market cap of $50 billion, right? So only $50 billion of a coin can be traded. So even if 1,000 people put $1,000, that's what, $100,000? Still not enough to make a dent in
Yeah.
$50 billion.
It is enough to make a dent in a shitty coin that only has 8 people that own most of it.
because
No,
it
but
all
then it
has
won't
to
pop
do,
off.
it all has to do with how much money is circulating.
And we also need to pick a coin that's traded on all the major exchanges. It can't be something that's on like a small one,
There
like a
you
B
go.
coin.
But is
or
Shiba
Pi.
not traded on all the
Shiba
major?
is, Shiba is, but
Shiba
it's too
is-
big. We can't make a dent with 1,000
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Unless our 1,000 people speak to another 2 people each.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like now we're getting somewhere.
we can all become
we should all
millionaires.
start tweeting about
We can
it.
all become
Start a
millionaires
hashtag.
overnight.
Guys, can we do this?
Let's
I
make
like
the
this.
Pantelis Nation millionaires. Let's all
Yeah.
become millionaires at the same time.
I like this.
We should pick a coin that makes sense for you though, like Pi coin. Like
Does that
like
exist?
Big letter Pi? Yeah. Not
Can
that
we
one.
create our own coin? Talk to the Chinese guy. Let me talk to him. What if we create our own coin?
That I
But
don't
you
know how
have to
to
be a
do.
software engineer. You
That
have
I
to be
can't do.
incredibly.
That's where we go to the Chinese.
Yeah, no, you have to be incredibly
What's the
intelligent
use case
this
for
thing.
your
What the
coin?
fuck does that mean? The Chinese are not incredibly talented? I beg to
Not
differ.
intelligent, I
Whoa.
said.
Yeah, they're super intelligent. They're Chinese.
No, I know.
just look
but I
dumb.
mean,
What?
what? But yeah.
Let's look into this. Maybe we hire some software
I
engineers.
think we're better off
make the
trying to
Pantelis
artificially
coin.
inflate a pants coin. Not an actual pants
Yo.
coin.
That'll be
but like
amazing.
another-
You make the Pantelis coin.
Yeah, or an
Shiva.
NFT.
A Shiva. An NFT
I
we
make-
should make.
I don't. I've tried many times.
My new client.
Crypto.com.
we're
They
gonna-
don't
we're
get
gonna
back
make,
to me.
We're gonna make some NFTs. He has
try-
it.
I
Try
have
OpenSea.
I have an NFT that I want to make of the Alan Boudreaux episode, uncensored
not
with her
done that
tits
yet?
out. No, they won't let me. They don't get back to me, cryptos and stuff. And that there's money to be made. I already told her, me and her are going to go 50-50 on this.
Why?
Try to
What do you mean
charge-
they won't get back to you? You don't need to get in touch with
Yes, you
anybody.
do. I tried to upload. It doesn't
You have
work.
to mint it.
It doesn't work. I've tried many times. I need an
Interesting.
adult. I need a
Try
real
to
adult.
charge 10 Ethereums for it.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, no. That's $50,000.
Oh yeah, it's
it's
probably
more than
gonna sell for
$50,000.
around there for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's
But-
not.
What?
I think it might be more than
Because
that.
OpenSea.io, if you go there, you can pay real money for NFTs, or you could pay in the crypto.
You think OpenSea is gonna pay for this C's tits?
No, you still have to pay to mint the NFT. There's no way around that.
I don't mind.
just letting
I'll
you
do
know.
that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
no one's allowing
Okay,
me.
So we should talk to Mike.
I have the video.
Mike's
ready.
got
But
NFTs.
since you
He's got
mint,
NFTs.
if you're gonna mint the NFT, you have to first, I think, because minted NFTs
Minting it is the process of putting the ownership through the blockchain, right?
yeah, I think
That's
so.
all
But
it
then
is.
but then when you first mint it, I think it's cheap. I think it only raises in price afterwards or some shit.
No, you can select a price. I
Yeah?
mean, nobody will buy it.
I don't know
if
how
it's
that
crazy.
works.
He's got a bit of celebrity status.
I've
It's
only-
different, and Hélène is huge.
Yeah, I've only
So are her
recently
tits.
started
so
looking into
like
this.
it may be different. I don't know, but I'm starting a new project with a new client. You know about it. He's a bit of a futurist in that sense, like where crypto's going, NFTs, digital markets, digital economies, and we were talking about it. And I was like, what if we release instead of because he wants some of the course that it's not a course, it's like I would call it a YouTube series, right? Like educational. But part of it is like he goes, this is like subscription based, like maybe through Patreon. I was like, fuck it. Why don't we just make them into NFTs? No one's done that before.
Do one into NFTs.
Instead of putting out the episodes on Patreon and someone has to subscribe for them, and then they can technically be pirated and shared, technically, I go, let's just mint every individual episode. So you own it. We set it at a fair price, like $2-3 to own it so you can watch it. And you get residuals from every single one in crypto. I go, that fits right into what you're doing and talking about the future of the economy. He's like, I'm down. Let's figure it out. We're going to do it. So he's looking into how to do that,
Interesting.
which is exciting because I've never done anything like that. It's new.
Perhaps I will discuss with this nerd.
I'm telling you.
Yo, how come
I think
nobody
you
saw
should-
this?
Well, what happened?
Fucking Mademoiselle Mew said something pretty smart. A tit crypto will work for sure. Like, why didn't somebody make a crypto called Titties or Titcoin?
Yo, I'm telling you, my NFT with Ellen Boudreau uncensored
Booby coin.
is gonna make some Ash K, my friend.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You guys just gotta help me set that shit up. I don't know how to do it.
Sorry.
Next week we're gonna check out OpenSea.io.
I also want to do an NFT of podcast episodes that have never aired.
Yeah.
So somebody can own a podcast that
cool.
is they own. It's like the Wu-Tang album.
Like the time I vomited on you.
What?
That episode where we never aired.
Never happened.
That's
I have a couple of episodes never aired, but we could even make an exclusive one. Like we do a special
Your secret
podcast.
tape style.
Me, Mike, I don't know, preach, something big, you know, and it's only NFT, only so that person that buys it has the rights.
See, the thing is, I understand a bit of the NFT space, but not well enough yet. And I should understand more.
It stands for non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
I know what it stands for.
That's the limit of my.
I have a
Define fungible.
Well, there's fungible and then there's non-fungible. This is of the non-fungible variety.
I have a question, by the way.
Makes sense
for you,
to me.
Phil. I don't know if you know this. If let's say you make a sketch or a podcast or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
can this be sold multiple times as an NFT?
Yes.
Okay, it could. So there's unlimited
I was
copies.
describing a second
Okay,
ago.
okay. I understand.
It's not like
because I thought it was just one.
No, you could. That's more. If you only keep one, like a first print, a single one, that the value's higher. Because
Yeah.
you could do second print, third print, whatever. But the first one was always going to be the highest. But
everyone's caught up in the idea that
I'm always going to do one. Me.
yeah. So everyone's caught up in the idea of making it limited. But NFTs using the blockchain technology, they actually create a simple way to make sure you get money if your stuff gets circulated.
Oh, that's what the.
That's what its real
That makes
purpose
sense.
is.
Why Tory Lanez came out
And they're releasing
and
albums
he was
like that now.
and he came out on a video. He goes, "Don't you guys what I understand what I just did? I broke the music industry." And technically,
He wasn't the
he's-
first to do it
Now that I'm part of the music industry
on Spotify.
Oh, you are?
with that album,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
yeah, it's true.
I wonder for those 3 tracks
What kind of money you'll see?
how much money I'm going to see in a
Residuals?
couple
I
of months.
don't know.
Yeah.
I've never.
yeah, we'll see.
There must be a way
But then again,
to find out.
the beauty about NFTs is you're getting rid of the middleman completely.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
You're
I mean,
basically
it's the same as just opening up your own online store and letting people download from your
Yeah.
server, but it's unpiratable. Even though it is piratable technically, it always has that information embedded.
That
so you know
original
it's
code,
yours.
yeah. This is very
Again, I
interesting.
still don't fully understand how it functions.
I'm starting to grasp it. It's like
I grasp the theory behind it. It's the technological application that I don't fully understand because I'm not annoyed. Like I don't fully understand the Noid stuff.
Nerds.
Nerds.
Besides froze.
no, I'm reading.
You
I'm
really
reading
look
the
like
chat.
you just glitched for a second.
Oh, maybe I am an NFT.
What's the matter, NFT? Yeah, no, we can. Mike even wants to get into NFTs.
No,
too.
we should.
He's got a very
Like
special
I
thing
said,
that he wants to put on NFT.
I'm embarrassed that I haven't yet. Like because I should. It's my field. Like we're creating content there.
Yeah.
So I should figure it out. And Mike's the one I'm going to do it with. This project. we're
Oh,
working
the
on.
other Mike that you're talking about.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
have to
not
refer to him
Mike.
as something else. There's only one Mike in this universe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Call
I don't
him
wanna say-
Cyber
I don't
Mike.
want to say his last name.
Cyber Mike.
I call him Crypto Mike, but he doesn't like it.
Okay,
Or-
Cyber
or-
Mike.
yeah.
Or you can call him Mike.
Oh, Cyber Mike.
I'm gonna call him Cyber Mike. I'm gonna call him Cyber Mike. Yeah, so Cyber Mike. That's actually not a bad fucking title for the whole project. We've been looking
Cyber
for
Mike.
titles.
Oh,
I
you're
wanted to-
welcome.
I wanted to go like high concept or something.
I'm a well of
I
good
love
ideas.
future tech. It terrifies me because of what it can do to our lives and ruin privacy.
It's
and
gonna
all that,
ruin our
but it
lives.
still
Yeah.
is extremely interesting.
It's going to make everything more convenient, but also worse at the same time.
yeah.
It's very hard to understand, but it will.
You know what? We're here for a good time, not a long time.
That's a Drake saying,
Yes.
and it's also not true.
What do you mean?
Well, it depends how you define
I'm
long.
here for both.
Yeah.
A good long time.
Do you think 10 years is long, 50 years is long, 70 years is long? It depends on you. If you think 70 years is long, you're here for a long time.
Because if we're being honest, you only start having a good time around 12, 13. Before then, it's just a time. You're
Yeah,
just
I
doing
think
stuff.
12 to 18 are like the golden years of child. Like you have fun.
No. I would
No.
say the golden years
golden
are
years are in your
17 to
20s.
30.
Yeah, the 20
Those
to
are the fucking peak of your
21
life.
when you're legal everywhere and you can have a
Yeah.
car and you can bang chicks. 21 to 30 is your best time.
Yeah.
You fuck around.
After that, it's all downhill.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah. You're at the beginning. You're near the end. We're way past it.
Yeah. Well,
We're
actually,
still-
no,
still
I'm
having a
having
good time.
I'm having the best time of my life now. Let's be honest.
No.
However, it depends on what you do.
It depends on what you consider a good time.
Yeah.
Like as in terms of freedom, I mean, you don't have kids, so I don't have the freedom to just fuck off.
You keep saying that like my fucking kid is dead or something. I don't like it that you talk like that. I have an adorable kid. And
You have a dog
yeah.
that you love more than anything.
Yes.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
She's
can-
not a child.
She is my child.
She's not your offspring.
You can probably.
You did
She
not
is.
make her from
She-
atoms.
Oh, I'm sorry. So people that adopt kids aren't parents? Adopted kids,
Kids?
aren't real kids?
Kids, those kids were made from someone's atoms.
Yeah.
They are kids, though, human kids.
Yeah. She was made from someone's atoms. Another dog.
Another dog.
Yeah.
She's not a child. She is a dog.
Yeah. Nobody said she's not a dog.
Well, it
but she's
depends
a
on the
child
dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Like she's a small little puppy, bro. You know, so that's a child.
It's just a child.
I
Child you
get
have to-
I get it. Like I understand why people say that, but
I take care of her. She knows things.
But if you get like a guard dog, that's a dog.
Ah, that's a dog. That's not.
That's
a,
not a child.
if you die, that
That
dog
takes-
will eat you.
Yeah. Basically, that takes care of
If
itself.
I die, my
might.
dog will cry.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
eventually, she might eat you. when
That's
she
not
gets
true. I
hungry.
looked
she
into that,
won't.
by the way, because you said that in an
Yeah, it's
episode.
not true?
It's not true at all.
depends.
They've even found
What about
dogs.
cats?
Yeah, cats,
Cats
will
will
eat.
eat you. They just
But
say
they've
cats
even
will eat
found
you.
dogs
Cats
that
have no
like
loyalty.
the
Which
owner
is
would
why I
die,
respect them.
and then they found the dog died like fucking
sadness?
weeks later. Yeah, next to it. Like they just
terrible.
waited. They're trying
Yeah.
to get.
What was that
Oh,
movie? The
I've seen the
Japanese
dogs
dog?
are super
Remember that
loyal.
Japanese dog. The movie about it. The one who would go to the grave every day, or the train station.
Oh, there's a few dogs that would do that. Yeah, they're
there's
just waiting
one
for their
where I
owner.
saw a video of a
Dogs,
dog.
bro, are fucking loyal, bro. Dogs are better than people.
I saw a
see
dog.
Mademoiselle Mew has children.
I saw a dog that was refusing to leave where her owner's like burial site was.
Yeah, yeah, I've
and
seen
the dog
those.
was.
Yeah, don't make me think of
a
that.
husky.
They're still very intelligent, and they're still.
By the way, do you like my mouse pad that I brought in, Padeli?
I saw it. Well, why would I? It's
that
just
your
has
baby?
crosshairs
Nice, huh?
on it, right? Yeah. Where'd you get that?
I had it.
Okay, is that what you want to stop the show for? You want to show me your fucking mouse pad? Fucking
Still
dipshit.
being racist with the dog.
What?
No, he wasn't being racist. Just
Hachi,
that
that's the movie. Yeah, Hachi. Oh, because I said the Japanese
Oh, do
dog.
you remember
right?
Lassie?
Okay. Well played. Well played.
you don't even remember Lassie.
I watched it as a kid, but I barely remember. I just remember the river scene where I think was it the person that saved the dog or the dog that saved
That's
the
the
person?
littlest hobo, right? It's a different show.
You remember Old Yeller? You had to take him out
Took
back
it to
and
the head,
shoot
yeah.
him.
No, I don't remember.
You remember
Yeah,
the
they used to
you remember
kill
the
dogs.
littlest hobo? You ever watched that?
What?
The littlest hobo. It was about that little dog. You'd go town to town.
The Littlest Hobo? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the song.
Whenever I think of hobos, I think of remember
Hobo Joe.
hobos would have a stick,
A stick, yeah.
and like a rag around it
Of
with
course, with all their
stuff-
belongings,
with all
yeah.
the belongings. You remember that?
used to
I don't know
as
if
a
that ever
kid,
happened in
when we
real
would,
life.
like, play
never happened in real
adventure
life.
Stuff, I
think that
would-
ever happened
for
in
sure
real
it
life?
happened. For sure.
You think because
I
never
actually.
seen
I mean shopping carts didn't always exist.
I've
That's true.
legit never seen anyone with a stick and a fucking bag attached. with
I've
the
seen
dog.
Wait, hold
bag
on, hold on. But
attached to a
that's
stick.
not an answer. That's like saying, do you believe that hoplites
exists.
existed or whatever? You're like, I've never seen a man
You're
with a
right.
sword. Like that's
You're
stupid.
Right. You're right. You're right. Let's see.
What are you
I
gonna?
remember as a child, after hockey, I would tie a bag with all my shit and throw it on my hockey stick and walk. I mean, I felt
Yeah.
like a hobo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people
and when
have
we
done
would
this.
make believe that we were hobos, we would do that. But that was before the internet. We were bored.
I kind of feel like maybe at some point they did that. Some of the hobos,
Maybe.
but you have to have not that many belongings.
And you need a stick.
Wikipedia. A bindle. It's called a bindle.
Oh,
Oh,
bindle.
look at that.
Sounds
This is the
worthless.
bag, sack, or carrying device stereotypically used by American subculture of hobos. Also, this has existed.
Interesting.
Stereotypically used.
A bindle stiff was another name for a hobo who carried
You're a bindle
a
stiff.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
The bindle is colloquially known as the blanket stick.
Ah.
Particularly within the northeastern hobo community, a bindle stiff.
We're Northeast. That's why we know it.
Yeah, according to James Blish in his novel A Life for the Stars, was a hobo who stole another hobo's bindle, hence the colloquium stiff, as in steel.
Bindle stiff. Interesting. They stiffed
In modern
him.
popular culture, the bindle is portrayed as a stick with cloth or a blanket tied around one end for carrying items, with the entire array being carried over the shoulder. This
It is
transfer-
ingenious.
Yeah.
From
I
a
have a-
physics standpoint.
So as you know, I am in the middle of negotiating to purchase a bunch of rapid tests
So we can test
for
rapidly.
the cove. So we
Yes.
can test rapidly.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask for a favor. I don't want you guys to abuse the tests because they're not cheap.
Okay. Why you bring this up?
Because I have a feeling, I had this feeling, I was thinking about it, I dreamt about it, that you guys are gonna, especially you're just gonna keep using the test on yourself.
Why would I do that?
It's something you would do.
I would do it maybe once a week, but that's about it.
You see what I mean? Even that, I've never.
Oh, that's abusive? I didn't know. That some workplaces
I mean,
they
to be
do
honest,
3 times
if
a
I
week.
feel good, but I have symptoms that are sketchy and we need to do a show, I might ask you to use one in the morning before I come sit with you in a room.
Because it's a rapid test for rapidity.
Yeah.
Or
Not,
once a
it's
month.
not a stupid test. It's a rapid
Yeah.
test.
Or once a month.
No, it's not. You understand what my example, right?
Because he's just
I'm trying to be
arbitrarily giving
responsible.
dates.
Like we have access to it. Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah,
it's-
If you
my
have
kid's
no
sick.
reason to assume you have something, why the fuck would you waste the test?
I can just
Well, you can be asymptomatic.
But then
Well, why
you
would you
use all the
assume you need a
tests in a
test?
week if by that logic.
look, by that logic, if maybe he came into contact with
You see what
someone,
I'm saying?
then
That's why I'm
maybe.
scared to buy them because I feel like it's gonna be a
don't
couple
tell him
hundred
where they
bucks.
are.
It's gonna be a couple hundred bucks.
Don't
wasted.
tell him where they
I'm
are.
not gonna do it. Don't worry.
We're gonna hide
not
them,
fuck
okay?
around.
You want me to
I'm
get a
just-
lockbox?
I'm just busting your ball. I'm not
You
gonna.
want me to get a
I'm not
safe
gonna
up in
fucking-
this bitch?
I don't trust him.
I'm not gonna-
In my dreams, I thought of him abusing the test and then telling people,
is what we're gonna
"Guys, I'm still negative, positive for AIDS, but negative for COVID." Like,
That's a retarded dream.
I'm super worried that I'm gonna walk in one day and the front garbage can is just gonna be filled with fucking Q-tips that are brown for some reason. Brown tip Q-tips.
why would he?
Because Poseidon's been testing himself wrong.
Oh, up his ass.
I can't believe you made me spoon
You're more
feed
likely
that.
to do that if we're being honest.
Yeah, you are the hypochondriac of the group.
Yeah, but like, wait, what did you say?
You're the one who's gonna.
No, what did he say?
That you're more likely to just waste all the tests because you're scared.
I don't want to do the test. I'm vaccinated. In my brain, the lies I've told myself, I'm good now.
That's
Then
not how
again,
the
if you
vaccine
had
works.
caught
I know,
COVID.
but fuck, leave my brain alone. I put the blinders up. I'm done. COVID's finished for me.
No, if you had caught COVID, you're more your immune system. You're 18 times more protected than even if you're double.
Okay,
Yeah, we know,
Random
yeah.
statisticoid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
But
Has nothing to do with
no,
the
but in all
conversation.
honesty, if my kid is sick for some reason, I'm keeping him home, and I
Yeah,
come
that
in
makes a bit more sense.
and I'm feeling off. Like I don't want to get you guys sick.
Yeah, but that's not the same as him saying once a week, just arbitrarily.
No, but because you said I'm the hypochondriac. But like
You are the hypochondriac.
I definitely am more of a hypochondriac, but like it would serve him right well to maybe sometimes worry about his health. Have you seen him lately? Have you smelled him
Him?
Oh,
Yeah.
me? I smell fantastic. Get the fuck
Today
outta
he
here.
smells fantastic.
today?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, yesterday there was like this putrid sweetness coming.
No,
off
there
him.
wasn't.
You reeked of old man
Actually,
testicles.
I'm just fucking around. He showers way more than I would have expected for a man his size.
3 times a week now, yeah.
He showers daily,
I showered.
like daily.
No.
Washes his hair
He
daily.
visits the trough daily. All right, Poseidon, play us out, baby boy. If you like the way Poseidon produced this show, which, let's be honest, why wouldn't you? The Poseidon69 on Twitter, on Instagram, also twitch.tv/theposeidon69. Most importantly, though, what are you doing with your lives? Links in the description. Go to patreon.com/Pantelis. Join the nation, the government,
Middle camp.
the middle camp, the government, and all the people that are against us are trying to shut us down, which is why Patreon is the place to go. I don't know why we keep switching. Patreon.com/Pantelis is where you go to keep this operation running. I'm over there now?
Yeah.
Why do you keep switching?
But you've been over there. I don't know
No,
why
he
you're
keeps telling me to go down.
He was there. He was talking. I saw it.
But it's delayed.
Look at these.
Baka.
I gotta hire new people. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Join the Hanation. I started posting some videos to Rumble. Make sure we have backups in case the YouTube decides to throw us off. They've been doing some crazy shit now to people, so you never can tell. Phil Balabanos, balabanos.com. Links are in the description. You need him to make a commercial for your business. Is your business lacking in general awareness,
Slacking?
in pizzazz, in floof and flaff? He will take care of you.
Zhush.
He's worked for virtual reality companies, augmented reality companies, real estate companies, Ku Klux Klan affiliated companies.
That was a private aviation firm.
Oh yeah, sorry. So he's done a lot of cool videos for
have.
many people across this great nation of ours and
Others.
3 other nations. Yeah. One of them, communist China, but he doesn't like to mention it. It's okay. But Phil makes very good commercials. Think about it. Think about it. Does he make good commercials?
Yes, he does.
How do you know this?
Because he has made one for me. That he's
I
never...
will tell you how I know this. Because back in the day,
He just fell.
he just collapsed.
He's like, yes, let me tell you about the great commercial he made for me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that? It's amazing.
I'll tell you.
Balbanos.com.
Back in the day, Belarussia,
The white
Belarus was just part of Russia until Phil made a very convincing commercial for them, and they said, "Oh shit, all right, yeah," and they just became Belarussia away from. Even the Russians didn't notice that they agreed to nonsense due to Phil's great commercial. He made it for the Chechenian rebels. Phil, an Islamic fighter, an Islamic warlord in some place in the world.
Lord of War.
Balbanos.com. Hire him to make an Islamic video for you and you. Thank you guys. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Go fuck yourselves.
Alaikum salam.